guys, Nick here. You're listening to the official podcast of 4PlayerNetwork.com, a weekly live show about video games. We're proud to say that we've been at this since 2008 and have remained 100% independent since day one, and that means you'll never have to hear a sponsored ad on this show. So if you want to support what we do, all we ask is that you consider making our silly little show part of your weekly rotation. You can tune in when we record these episodes live every Thursday night at 8 p.m. Central Time on twitch.tv/4playerpodcast, all spelled out. If that's not your thing, though, you can also subscribe to the show on your preferred podcast service, join our community Discord at discord.gg/4player, or, if you're so inclined, send us a couple bucks a month on Patreon. And that's it for shameless self-promotion. Time to talk about the latest and greatest in the world of video games. Let's get started. All right, hey everybody, welcome to 4Player Podcast. This is episode 864. It is February 12th, 2026. I'm your host, Nick Henderson, joined tonight by the illustrious Brad Simons.
Hey there, Nick. How's it going, man? Yeah.
Christopher Guthridge.
Hello.
So thrilled to be here. And Christopher Davis.
Good evening. I'm also alive. Somehow.
Sorry, I know it's kind of hard to feign enthusiasm right after doing the roll call when we just did the... But, you know. Y'all know how
it's
this
Nick's
works.
fault. He saps all of our enthusiasm. We get on this call ready to record this show, and we're all like, "Oh my god, I'm so excited! I love video games!" And then Nick just kills the fucking buzz
kill the vibe
every week.
Yeah,
kill the fucking vibe. Well, speaking of vibes, guys, it's kind of an exciting time. We had a big state of play today, followed by a Silent Hill transmission. So lots of announcements out of both of those things worth talking about. So we're going to cover those during the first segment tonight. But before we get to that, a little bit of housekeeping. One thing I want to mention is the website is coming along. I'm almost done with it. I was hoping to get it out last week, but I did not quite make the cut. Also, I was trying desperately to finish Nioh Memories in Orbit at the same time, so that kind of delayed me a little bit. But I did finish it, so that's worth noting. I'm hoping to get that launched this coming week. So hopefully before the next podcast we record, 4playernetwork.com will be back up and running. I'm also going to take a moment in a few minutes to announce the 4Player community's top 10 games of 2025, as voted by you guys, which, of course, gets eventually factored into our site-wide Game of the Year list, where we put all of our staff top 10 lists together, and then I factor in the community as well to help figure out what the final ranking is. I know both rankings. I will only be announcing the community ranking tonight because we are still working on our individual videos. So just keep your eyes peeled for that. What's up?
I need to know, Nick. Were you the only one that had access to this data for the Game of the Year list?
I'm the only. First of all, one thing I've learned doing this podcast for so long is that people in this staff can't be trusted in Google Docs. We sabotage each other's shit all the time.
We have no faith in our democratic institutions around here.
Not goddamn. We literally hijacked someone's top 10 video.
Kangaroo court.
1 year.
We've done that several times.
And we inserted a game that wasn't on their list into their list. So, you know.
We did that to Carlos specifically.
So I have strategically kept the ranking and the point system to myself because I'm the only one disciplined enough to.
I don't trust you, right? Like you at least had your top 10
black box
ordered.
Algorithm that
you had your top 10 ordered before you asked for ours, right?
I mean, I asked for everybody. I mean,
like you have before you get ours, you need to have yours public. So you can't do any shenanigans and reorder to get your game higher.
Yeah, we need to know where you're.
I can promise you this: when you see our ranking, you're not
disclose your finances, Nick.
You know what? Fuck Expedition 33. That's what we're talking about here.
You're
Fuck
not
that
going to
game. You know?
Wow.
Did you receive a big payment last year in euros, Nick?
We're gonna be boring just like every other fucking site, while otherwise, that one year we got Talos Principle as our game of the year. We were interesting once, Nick. We were.
I will tell you
now
this.
We're just like
we used to have some edge.
I will tell you this. Okay, look. So, without boring you with like the specifics of how everything's calculated, I will say this. I know our final top 10 list, and one of Carlos's games made it into the list
Which one?
He is the only. It's a game that like only he put on his list,
Like, which is every one of his games out usually.
which is
but, yeah.
pretty much every one of his games, few exceptions. And I'm going to assume it's authentic. Like, right?
Yeah, I mean, he sent
His
me
list is serious. He
yeah.
does love these games. Okay, he did leave a mark on our overall.
It makes you
site-wide top
uncomfortable
10.
that his game of the year is on our list. That's fine.
Well, it's like you look at it's one of those years you look at the ranking because we know all the big games that came out in 2025, right? And you read through the whole list, and then you get to one, and you're like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know, it's
like,
probably some like 45-minute horror game or something. Indie
probably,
game, right?
yeah. But anyways,
I'm
that's
curious
coming.
what it bumped off. What was the game that like it?
Well, no,
like
I will tell you this: it didn't even make it. It's not the number 10.
Oh shit. Well, yeah, his
He made
number
it.
one would be high, right?
One of his games made it to number 9 on the list.
Fuck yeah, dude! I want to know what got.
You want to know what?
Like,
you want to know what it pushed
Carlos
to the number
kill?
10 spot?
Yeah, probably
You
like
don't wanna
Donkey
know.
Kong or some shit.
You don't want to know.
Everyone hated Donkey Kong but me.
You're gonna
What
be
the
so
hell
mad.
happened?
I bet I'd like Donkey Kong if I played it.
I mean, I can
probably
get. Oh my god, that's really
I don't think
funny.
nobody put it on their list but me. I don't think.
Wait, Donkey Kong? That's not true.
Oh, okay. There's some
anyways.
humanity out there still.
Look, since we're talking about it, I'll go ahead and reveal the community top 10 right now.
Yeah.
Since we're on the subject.
I swear to God,
And-
I lost that fucking poll because the person I went up against had fucking E33 on their list, but like the rest of that list was weak sauce, man.
Wait, which
That's
poll?
bullshit.
Wait, what are we talking about?
The one that Blobley did, where he pits all our
Lists?
our fantasy critic lists from the previous year. He pitted them against each other, and the community voted on what was the better list, like just in terms of like these games are better.
Oh, that was
One motherfucker. I mean, the motherfucker I lost to had like E33 and like a bunch of other crap.
You mean
I
me?
hate. I'm starting to hate. No, I didn't lose to you. You're like a fantasy critic list. Your fantasy critic list was still dire even with E33, right?
My fantasy critic list included Expedition 33.
Yeah, I know, but I mean the rest was like so bad, right? You had like
Don't take the bait.
Life is Strange and shit on there.
Don't take the
You know
bait,
what
Chris
I'm
Davis.
saying.
You're a bad person.
Everybody shut up. Everybody
Like,
shut up. Are you ready?
You didn't even have 10 released games.
That is true.
That's factually
all right.
true, yeah.
Listen.
Who's gonna vote for
community
8 games or whatever?
Per usual, we put out a poll every year for the members of the community to submit their own personal top 10 lists. And we use our highly scientific point system to determine how that everything gets ranked together. And then we factor them all together to make our final list at the end of the year. But this year, big shout out, we had 30 different people submit their lists, so that's nice. I went through every one of them and ranked all their games with the proper points. They all contributed a total of 98 games.
Wow.
98
That's
games.
a lot.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive.
98 unique
in general,
games?
there's been a lot of overlap.
98 unique games.
That's
Okay.
weird.
With the number 98 having a total of 1 point, and the number 1 game in the list having a total of 117 points for whatever that.
Okay.
Make of that
so
what you
one
will.
person had some random game at number 10.
That means one person had one random game at number 10. And that
what was that sad ass game?
Tribe 9.
What the fuck?
But I mean, also
I know Tribe 9.
There's a handful. There's actually 9 games that were unique to one list that were number 10. So they all have 1 point. So
Wow.
that includes games like Cozy Caravan, Dune Awakening, Killing Floor 3, Let It Die Inferno, Sword of the Sea, The First Berserker Kazan.
You know what? Fuck Sword of the Sea. I told y'all that shit was boring, and ain't no one was gonna be talking about it at the end of the year. It made one person's
somebody
number
did.
10. Come on.
Hey, but hey,
Soulless.
somebody appreciated
It's a
it.
journey
All
without
right.
the fucking soul.
Journey without the fucking soul. All right, so the top 10 games as voted, and I'll tell you how many points they pulled into. Coming in at number 10 was Silent Hill F.
Cool. Respect.
And got 33 points. It pulled in several lists. Monster Hunter Wilds at number 9. which
It's low,
not a
but
huge
I'll
surprise
take it.
there. It
Bunch
is
of
a little low, a
broke
little
boys
lower than
with
I
old
expected.
PCs. You can't be mad, you know.
Yeah. This was actually kind of a surprise. Number 8 was Elden Ring Night Rain. A lot of
that was a popular game.
yeah. I just didn't. I didn't see a ton of people in our community talking about it. I guess, but I probably missed some of that
They know
conversation.
not to talk about multiplayer games around
Yeah,
us.
you guys make
We've
it such
shamed
a
them out
fucking
of our
miserable
Discord.
experience to even
That's
bring
fair.
up the idea that you'd play a video game with another person. Like
That is fair. That's a fair assessment. Who does that? Um,
And only if it's split fiction, apparently, which I'm sure is on this list.
no, it's not. But number 7 is
Oh,
Donkey
thank
Kong
God.
Bonanza. I can tell you where split fiction
Alright.
came in if you want to know.
I don't actually care.
Donkey Kong
let's move.
Bonanza was number 8.
I'll be happy to tell
Seven,
you.
seven.
7.
Yeah. Donkey Kong Bonanza was number 7. I know Split Fiction. Oh, Split Fiction came in at number 17. So
Get fucked.
It-
Get fucked.
get fucked, as you say. Number 6 was Dispatch.
Okay. Yeah.
Number 5. Number 5, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2.
I swear to God, Silk Song needs to be number 1 or Blueprints or something. I know it's not going to be, but
Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 pulled in 65 points, appeared on a bunch of people's lists, usually very, very high on a lot of people's lists. Number 4 was Blueprints.
Slow, but okay.
With 76 points. Coming in at number 3, Hollow Knight Silksong.
What the fuck? Oh, probably
91 points.
It's too hard. These people are fucking. I want to fight people. These motherfuckers.
Hollow Knight.
I told them in 2017, my game of the year, Hollow Knight, did not even make the community top 10. I had to cheat to get Hollow Knight on there, and I said as recompense they need to put Silksong as high as possible, and they did it.
So with that in mind,
French overrated.
With that in mind, 6 people put it at number 1.
I mean,
out of 30.
It should have been more.
It should have been more, probably. Number 2 was actually Death Stranding 2 on the beach.
Interesting.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's high.
97 points. Beat Hollow Knight by 6 points. And the number 1 game of the year per the community is
Hades
of course
2's not
Claire
even on
Obscure.
there, huh?
Claire Obscure Expedition 33 with 117
fuck up.
points.
As
Shut the
God
fuck up.
intended.
Oh, shut up, Chris Davis. You know, like, I want you to know these assholes, these AI using assholes, they're like, oh, we're not a JRPG, we're a FRPG because we're so good. Like, they invented all the fucking ideas that they stole from Final Fantasy X and shit. Like, fuck off.
You're so angry.
I've never
AI
seen.
using ass.
No, I mean, it's cool, but like your game was also like heavily carried by like nostalgia from those JRPGs that you.
Hang on,
to be fair,
just to confirm, Nicholas, Death Stranding 2 was not on the list, or
no, that was number 2.
Oh, it was number 2. Oh, sick.
Yeah,
Should have been 1, but whatever.
Okay. It's never going to be number 1. You know that.
Also, not to out you at all, Brad, but you did put Claire Obscure on your list.
Yeah, I love the game.
Nobody be fooled. Nobody be fooled by this bitch's.
I mean, I love Expedition 33, but like, it's like fucking, it's like take like Crispy and like fucking like Wolverine or something. He knows Wolverine's sick, but he doesn't want other people to know that, because it's not cool anymore.
Man, I can't wait to play Insomniac's Wolverine. It's going to be a fun conversation. So there you have it, guys. That's the community top 10. Thank you so much to everybody.
You got to pretend you like Cyclops more. That's the blueprints. Cyclops is the blueprints of 2025, right?
Dude, all I'm saying is you sound like such an idiot right now.
You know what I'm talking about.
You sound like someone who's never picked up a comic book in your life. Like only. Oh wow.
You didn't even know who Danger was. Okay.
Oh goddamn, Bradley.
Hey, couple quick things worth mentioning here. Just a few games that just barely missed the list that I thought were interesting. The Alters almost made the list. Wow, Nobody here played the Alters.
I know, it's a shame. Everyone who played that game was like, this game is one of the best of the year.
Sick as hell. Also,
and it was like Game Pass, so it's like, I hope y'all aren't still paying for Game Pass.
Both Pipistrello and Absalom and Hades 2 made it into the top 20.
Bangers, man. Bangers.
Yeah. All in all, good list, community. Thank you, everybody who submitted their lists. And again, if you want to submit for next year, we'll do the same thing next year. I'll say this now, even though we got a year ahead, just remember, when I put the call out for top 10 list, guys, if you don't have a full top 10, you can still submit. You get fewer points, but that's fine. If you have 5 games, you can submit a list of 5 games. And there were several people who submitted incomplete lists, and that's totally fine. So thank you to everybody who did that. We really appreciate it.
Please, you need to DM me the name of the person who had Sword of the Sea on their list, because this guy needs he needs some more games to play. He needs some games gifted to him, maybe.
Somebody in chat wants to know where Metroid Prime 4 ended up.
Shut the fuck up, Bog Noise. Shut up. No, don't answer that, man. None of you motherfuckers even played it, okay? I don't want to hear it.
I can tell you where it ended up.
It's probably not even on there.
No, it's on, dude. Yes, it's on here. Is it number 66? 3 people put it on their list. And it was all
literally
very
one of
low
the
ranking.
best games ever made. And because Metroid Prime 4 was not literally also one of the best games ever made, it's one of the worst. And no one even bought it or played it, and it's like a laughing stock. It almost made my top 10. Wait, did I put it in my top 10?
There are some truly surprising games on this list that, oh god. Somebody put Lost Soul Aside on their list.
Okay, we got some weird.
But also, Promise Mascot Agency made the cut.
Dude, Promise Mascot Agency.
That's a good video game. The other one sucks, from what I hear.
That game is so fun.
Yeah.
Anyways, good, well-rounded list, guys. Again, almost 100 games.
Man, you know what? I'm bumping cool. E33 off my top 10. It doesn't need any.
You can't do that. It's too late. It's locked in.
No,
this is getting too political, Brad.
Don't make me rework this rank.
It's the Joe Rogan of video games. I don't even know what that means, but I'm trying to.
Oh, come on, that's pretty mean. That's like saying it has no substance whatsoever. Like it's only hurt and pain.
Yeah. Don't change your list, Brad. All right, guys. Again, thank you so much for participating, and keep your eyes peeled. We are working on our top 10 lists that we'll put out there, and then I'll have that site-wide top 10. I'll debut it when I launch the new website. So just keep that in mind. Before we get into the state of play today, I just want to start off with an icebreaker from our supporters on Patreon and Twitch.
Motherfucker.
Our first question comes from Tack, who's currently playing Monster Hunter Wilds. Says, people have claimed that the disdain towards Highguard and its subsequent failure are a result of its reveal as the one more thing at the end of the Game Awards, and that it would have performed better as a shadow drop as was allegedly planned. Do you guys think it could have stood a chance if it changed its schedule? I'm inclined to say not. It was a comparatively bland hero shooter with little staying power. I think it was doomed regardless. What's y'all's take?
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I don't think anyone would have talked about it at all.
I think it had
one more thing.
I think it had personality issues. Like it's one of those I don't know how to describe it. It's just like one of those. I mean, also I'm talking as someone who knows nothing about it.
I think the general theory is that if it could have come out, had like an okay player base, was able to just kind of like work out its kinks and obscurity for a little while. Like it had enough dedicated people who had heard about it, who like played these kind of games, who were like, okay, I can kind of see what's going on here. And they were like doing regular updates and they were improving on it. And then in a couple months, like some streamer plays it, is like, whoa, this is really cool. Gets their whole fan base playing it. And then then it kind of goes viral. Growth. That's what you'd want, right? But that can't happen when
here's the
you
problem.
Put a giant spotlight from like 500 feet up on it, like
they're starting to not weaponize whatever the opposite of weaponize is. They're starting to anti-weaponize the one more thing at the Game Awards. So instead of trying to pick games to be like the one more thing based on like how much people want it, like hype things, they're trying to create hype by saying, well, this is the one more thing, so this is something you should be excited about. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
We did this to ourselves. We did this to ourselves.
Like, and one more thing is like Okami 2. What the fuck? Oh my god. Blows everybody's mind. One more thing is not something that nobody's ever heard of, and we're being told
exactly right. Even if it's a developer that people like, if it's like a new IP, no one's gonna pop us hard for that because no one knows what the fuck that is. We don't know if it's something we even like, but if it's something we know,
it
that
was
means
a
something.
crazy move. It was a crazy move in a post Concord world. I like
Post Concord.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
I mean, it's like there's blood in the water for sure in a way that I've not seen it. It's like
People are just meaner these days.
yes,
That is
that's
true.
what I'm
True.
getting at. That's what I'm getting at. It's like they
but there's
wanna-
also so many things competing for our time and our money that it's like just
Sure.
being the new hotness is not enough. Like there's got to be some good word
They
of mouth
say-
behind it.
They say Gen Z's the first generation with an average IQ dip from the generation previous.
I got a
Great.
God of War update
but-
from Prince. Take it with a grain of salt. I don't know. So
I do with
far,
all of Prince's
7.5
updates.
out of 10, but approaching an 8, and I see the possibility of an 8.7 at most.
For
Eight-
what?
Which sounds
I don't know
pretty
what
good to me, man. I don't know.
That's very
That sounds pretty
specific.
good.
That is
He's playing
yeah,
the new
he's-
God of War game, which we'll talk about later.
which we will talk about. So, Tack, I hope that answers your question.
Man.
Again, guys, if you're a supporter on Patreon or a subscriber on Twitch, you should have access to the Patreon feed or the Twitch supporters channel in Discord, where you can find the link to submit your own icebreaker question. We'll answer one at the beginning of every segment. We got another one coming up in the second segment, but for now, let's get into that state of play because there's a lot
Can
of
we
stuff.
just start with the showstopper, or does he have a certain
I mean-
order? Because I want to rant, man. I have this on my fantasy critic list: unannounced God of War, Greek God of War project, and let me tell you, I was picturing something very fucking different, and it's on my list. And because it's shadow dropped, I can't even drop it. It's just mine forever.
You got fucked.
I
Well, I mean, you
can't.
can
I
super
can't. I
drop
can't
it.
like. I can't not super drop it. I can't. Well, I could super drop it, but that'd be stupid, right? Super drops are have better uses, right? But I
Yes.
can't like. I can't use my free drop because that happens at the end of the week, right?
Yeah.
So I just have to hold it. Like if it was like, oh, it's coming next week, I'd be like, ugh, that looks like shit, and I could have maybe just dropped it. Which I don't know. Does it look like shit? What's y'all's opinion?
I don't know.
Are we
I
looking
mean,
at the
obviously
footage now?
it's
It looks
too
pretty-
early. I'm gonna guess nobody had review copies of
I
this
was
game, so-
envisioning something different though. Like the leaks had thrown around, like they said, it was a Metroidvania, and what I heard thrown around is kind of like Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown, which is, if you've played that, a really great fucking video game. And I kind of had a different. I knew there was going to be voice acting, right? Because they said that's one of the reasons it got delayed, because to add voice acting. Which is crazy that this was maybe not going to originally have voice acting. Or maybe they added more. I don't know. But like, I pictured something different in my head. Because one of the early leaks was that it was like 2.5D. This is absolutely not 2.5D.
No,
When you
definitely
think
not.
about 2.5D, you're immediately thinking of like a more expensive production, right?
Yeah.
Now,
This is not that. But I will say I really do like the visual style of this game.
Really?
For what
You drag Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown, but this one's doing it for you?
I did not drag Prince of Persia: The Lost
I
Crown.
mean, you're on
You're putting
record.
words in my mouth.
I mean, you don't.
I
use
mean,
words
here.
like
I mean,
that,
I think
but-
I'm just more of a fan of kind of like the hand-drawn art style that we're seeing here, as
I get
opposed to.
But there's a lot of indie games that have much better like pixel art than this. And
Well, I don't even
honestly,
think this
I just
It's
expected
pixel art. I
a
don't know.
larger production. When I
By the way, this is
eventually- when
called
I
God
first
of War: Sons of Sparta. We didn't even.
when
say
I
the
first
name of
heard
it.
about this, I thought it was like a Sony Santa Monica like side project, like a small team within Sony Santa Monica was working on this. This is actually, they got some random ass indie dev to make this, which it's a cool idea. I like when indie devs work on major, publisher IP. We're going to talk about one later that I think is a good fit, right? But this, like these guys, they don't, I mean, I don't know. They made like
They're
a
not
Five
proven
Nights
yet.
at Freddy's game that like was actually well received. That came out a couple
It's
years
definitely
ago.
it's an unexpected pivot, that's for sure.
I believe this is the developer of WrestleQuest, which wasn't a greatly well received game, but they also did, I think, that Angry Video Game Nerd 8-bit game that came out last year, which actually got quite good reviews.
Yeah.
Um,
They've also done
so-
a lot of contract work. A lot.
Well, I mean, that's
So-
every small developer. They do, yeah, but yeah.
So
I don't know.
just
I mean,
this
this
a
is one of
prequel, right? This
Sony's
is like,
premier franchises. So like,
well, yeah,
like,
but
like
it's
when
also
this
like,
happens, you're like, you get like, I don't know, the Dead Cells people to make it, right? Not who Mega Cat
yeah, but I
Games. What
mean,
are they called?
this could put this
Yeah.
studio on the map and make them like the
How
Dead
much
Cells
did this
people. You
cost
never fucking
Sony
know.
though? No, I
Probably.
don't. I mean, is it going to put them on the map if no one loves this?
We'll see. We'll see what happens. I mean,
It's out today.
it is out today, and it's
Is it
$30. I did look it up. It's $30 on the PlayStation Store.
is it weird though that I was like, oh, I want to play this, but like,
$30.
I don't know, like on my Steam Deck or my Switch, I have to play this on my
I immediately looked to see if it was on
PS5?
Steam.
It
Yeah,
doesn't seem like a PS5 game, like a PS5 only game. But I mean, it makes
yeah.
sense. It's God of War, but like, can't you just put it on Switch? I mean, look at this thing. I mean, my
I mean,
TI
Ashif in
82
chat
could run
makes
it
a good
from it.
point. He says, "I feel like if it didn't have the God of War name on it, no one would be talking about it." And of course, that's true. But
I mean,
like,
Metroidvanias come out all the time, and Metroidvanias that look better than this. I mean,
and there
granted,
are a
there
lot
was
of
another
Metroidvanias people don't
Metroid.
talk about.
There was a Metroidvania game that also was from a well-known IP that maybe looked worse than this. We watched it during the trailer talk, but that Legacy of Kain Metroidvania looks pretty
Yeah.
rough.
I mean, to me, this game, I'm also watching this on our like a small screen, I suppose, but like this is giving me like Blasphemous vibes in terms of his art style for me, and I love the way Blasphemous looks.
Oh,
So
but like, put your reading glasses on or something, Nick. This don't really
I
look
don't
like
have
old
reading glasses, but I think I
Blasphemous.
might need some soon.
Yeah, you do. You will.
But also,
We all
you and
do.
I, Brad, also very often disagree on what looks or sounds good. So
I mean, maybe we
am I
should
wrong?
poll chat because I think they're usually on my side, Nick.
I mean, I don't trust the community as far as I can throw them. I
All right,
say
poll
I-
it.
Damn.
Poll in chat. One, if you think Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown looks better, and two, if you think this looks better. Go.
Well, first of all, Brad, you are the if you are the one person who, if asked this, like chat would intentionally side with you one way or the other, even
Dude,
if
I'm the heel. People aren't siding with me just cause. Like maybe like 15 years ago, not anymore.
Also, I never would have compared this to like the Lost Crown. If I was going to compare it to a Prince of Persia game, I would have compared it to like what was it called? Rogue. What was it? Prince of Persia Rogue something.
The Rogue Prince of Persia.
The Rogue Prince of Persia, yeah. Which, that is the developer of the other game we're going to talk about. Can we go on to that one? Can we move on to
Sure.
that, or should we save it?
No, I mean, we're not going in any
Also,
particular
another
order,
big IP from a publisher.
Unless, wait,
publisher
there's not enough. This is not enough fanfare going into this, Brad, because this seems like. I mean, I haven't talked to you since this was announced, but it seems like a pretty big deal. They announced a 2D Castlevania game today.
Yeah,
they announced a brand
Castlevania.
new.
There has been a Castlevania game rumored for a long time. I don't know. Maybe that's not even this, right? I mean, so what part of this announcement is that this is going to be the first Castlevania game to kind of celebrate the 40th anniversary, kind of the starting it off, and that there will be more Castlevania projects.
I mean, given what they're doing with Silent Hill, it does not surprise me that they're trying to do kind of the same thing with all of their big
Konami's
brands.
kind of back, right? It started as a joke, but like they're certainly I think they're eventually going to just announce like Metal Gear Solid 6.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Like
there is absolutely a new Metal Gear Solid coming at some point.
Yeah.
Which is going to be
crazy.
weird without Kojima, but whatever.
Not that weird.
No, it'll absolutely be weird. And this is a little weird,
I mean,
but this, so let's to get back on topic, because it is a big deal. It's a big deal to me, right? Because it's one of my very favorite franchises, and
it's not Mercury Steam.
It's been gone for a very long time, and it is not Mercury Steam. This one did feel inevitable, right? Because Dead Cells is a very loved, successful, popular indie game, right?
Yep.
It's a roguelike, but it was a roguelike kind of built on like a side-scrolling action, which you think of Castlevania naturally, I guess, when you see something like that. It had like corridors and stuff. And they did a big DLC for Dead Cells that was Castlevania, like they worked with Konami and got the approval to do a big huge Castlevania DLC, which was cool. And at the time, I think everybody, me and other people, were like, well, just let them do an actual Castlevania game. And that's what's happening, right? So like they announced two developers on this, Evil Empire and Motion Twin. those are the Dead Cells people. The Dead Cells team split into 2 developers. They kind of have a weird. They always have kind of had a weird like business structure or whatever, but they've become like 2 different developers.
Instead of having 2 just internal teams with the same name, it's like we've split up and given both of them 2 new names.
I don't. It might be like for tax reasons or loopholes or something,
Yeah.
or something more interesting than that. But one of those teams did work on Rogue Prince of Persia. And one of them is working on something else that's currently in early access. I forget what it's called. The isometric one.
Yeah.
What's it called? Somebody in chat would know. That one's still not, and that might actually be hitting 1.0 this year. Windblown. And yeah, I mean, they are used to making like roguelikes and stuff. So like, are they going to make like a good Castlevania game? I mean, yeah, probably, right? Like it's like I think about Metroid
and
Dread,
you play
right?
as a chick.
And it's like Metroid Dread, you play as a chick?
Yeah.
I can't actually. I mean, everything's fucking tiny. I can't tell what I'm looking at. I thought
it's Trevor Belmont's. It's Trevor Belmont's sister, I think.
Oh, you don't play as Trevor Belmont?
No.
I mean, they do call out Trevor Belmont in the trailer, but yeah, that doesn't look like Trevor Belmont. How many?
I thought maybe he got sexier.
Maybe he did.
I think there's
Who's
only
to
ever
say?
been like one lady Belmont or whip user or whatever. Anyways.
This looks hot though, right? I'm like
so I mean, well, so that's the thing, right? Like I think about Metroid Dread, you know, it's a developer I don't really love, and I was like, well, I was definitely cautious going in, but when you play Metroid Dread, one thing you immediately feel is like, oh, well, this feels really good, right? Like they've definitely nailed that, and Dead Cells I think is the same way. Like I think Dead Cells, it's not my favorite roguelike. I think like some of their progression stuff, like both in runs and between runs, is kind of weak. But like moment to moment, like it feels really good to play Dead Cells. So like they already have that going for them. You know, I think that's going to be just fine. But they're definitely not usually making this sort of game, right? Like an actual Metroidvania, like with like good level design and secrets and stuff. And like, you know, some of my favorite Igavanias have like really, really satisfying progression systems, right? In fact, like the
just
soul
so we're clear,
system from
the PlayStation blog says, armed with the legendary Holy Whip, the vampire killer Trevor Belmont's successor.
Yeah, that's all it says.
Oh, okay.
Ventures into the burning streets. It doesn't tell you who it is or anything about them.
Yeah, I mean, I don't
part of me thought like maybe it might be a tie into the Netflix.
Maybe Konami's like, you can make it, but like you got to make your own fucking character. I don't know. I mean, they have plans, right? They have plans for this IP.
That actually would be pretty cool.
They have plans.
I mean, it doesn't look like it.
It's exciting, right? Like I know, like you know how last year was like, oh, there's like multiple new Ninja Gaiden games and they all look pretty sick. Like this is kind of like I'm excited for this, and I'm excited for whatever else they have planned because you know I just want to hear like fucking Bloody Tears, like a new remix of that shit, man. I'll never get enough of it. I'm excited. I know Rogue Prince of Persia kind of. It's coming out this year. Rogue Prince of Persia was one that like kind of didn't set the world on fire, but I don't think it was because it was bad. I think it was just because it was in early access at a bad time when no one was paying attention, and when it hit 1.0, it was at a bad time when no one was paying attention.
Like and I feel like Prince of Persia as a franchise is maybe a little cursed.
Well, I mean, so was Castlevania, really. I mean, it's not like Castlevania has ever been sold like billions, right?
But it has its own Netflix show now.
Yeah, I'm sure Prince of Persia.
Which probably
everyone has their own fucking Netflix show, man.
Now Prince
of
Persia.
A Dragon's Dogma Netflix show, for fuck's sake.
They made a movie out of Prince of Persia starring what's his face?
Exactly, dude. Exactly.
Jake Gyllenhaal.
People know what it is. People were sad about Sands of Time remake getting canceled, man.
Yeah, I was kind of bummed.
Love for that franchise, but yeah, I'm fucking excited. They say 2026. Will it actually come out in 2026? So. Somebody bid on this for Fantasy Critic, obviously. You know, I'm a Castlevania guy. I might want it on my roster, but like the truth is, both of these teams, they always do early access first. I don't think this is going to be early access because it's not a roguelike. It doesn't really make sense. But I could see this maybe not actually making 2026 just because it's, I don't know. We're halfway through February and this just got announced. It doesn't have a date. Honestly, anything without a date, I'm kind of worried about.
But if you look at like
GTA.
Like I'm thinking about like Silent Hill F with Konami like pulling the curtain back on that,
You're
and
right,
it was
that
just
was
like
a
a few
short-
months before it came out.
No, that's not true. Silent Hill
I
F
mean,
was announced a long time
no, they
ago.
announced it a long time ago, and then we didn't hear anything about it. And then when they finally were like, "Here's Silent Hill F" for the first time in 2 or 3 years, and then it was out a few months later.
And we almost didn't believe it was going to be out.
And
like,
they're
when
doing
they
the
said
same
it was like
thing with
summer.
they're doing the same thing with Silent Hill Townfall as well. Like we finally saw that. We're going to talk about that in a little bit.
Yeah.
That is coming out this year as well. So
We can
like
move
I wouldn't be
on.
surprised if they're showing this now because it's almost ready.
This is hype. I mean, Dead Cells doesn't have like my favorite art style or anything. I mean, I think it looks like smooth. I think it's going to feel good to play, but I mean, there's some sexy ass looking Castlevania games out there in, history and stuff. So I don't know. I mean, like
All
some
right.
people, I saw one comment that says this just looks like Bloodstained, and I was like,
Don't say that.
taken aback.
You
I was like, I guess this is kind of like a Bloodstained
You
art
guys have
style.
such a
but
weird hate boner for that game.
I mean, we all have
Bloodstained?
hate
I love
boners, weird hate
Bloodstained.
boners.
I have hate boners for the look of that game, which is fucking ugly.
It's
Boot up.
not. It is
It
not.
is. Boot up some
Ugly.
footage.
Fucking ugly.
Chris Davis.
This is one of the few times where I
Chris
agree
Davis.
with Brad about something looking ugly.
Chris Davis, get us a
It's
Bloodstained trailer,
fucking
please.
ugly.
All right, now.
Maybe it's not lighting the world on fire, but it's fucking ugly.
Chat. One, if Bloodstained is ugly, great game.
Bognoy says it's the
Easily
Oblivion of
in my top-
Metroidvanias.
In my top 5 of that year, I love Bloodstained Ritual of the Night, but it's ugly, dude.
Dude, whatever.
It's a Butterface? Is that someone
I
just
do
in chat
enjoy
said it's a
Butterfaces.
Butterface?
I love Bloodstained, even though it's ugly. I love ugly games.
It's not.
I just call
Like
them out
all
when
the
they're
ugly games you play, that game's not ugly.
Bloodstained? This bro, he's forgetting. What else? we got,
Anyways,
Chris
let's
Davis?
move on. What's next, Chris Davis? Just don't do Silent Hill yet, because I have a whole separate overlay for that.
Okay.
Silent Hill gets its own overlay.
Well,
Okay. How about
it's had its own
the
separate thing.
Kina sequel? I haven't seen this yet.
Kina?
Okay,
Did you play the first one?
they
'Cause we just
they
played
opened
Kina.
the state of play with a sequel to Kina, which I'm going to be honest, is not a
Is that
game I really
Kina?
ever thought we'd see again. This is
Kina?
this is Kina, whatever. This is like I mean, it looks good. It looks like especially when they really get into the gameplay and stuff. I'm like, oh shit, this actually looks like a pretty impressive upgrade, I suppose. Because the last one was just a little shallow. Beautiful
Little
game,
bit, but
absolutely stunning game.
Yeah, visually,
This feels like if Microsoft made a sequel to Cameo. You know what I mean?
Really?
Not trying to throw any shade. I'm just saying, like, I like
Microsoft
Kina.
made a
Kina.
sequel. Wait, you don't
Cameo.
think this is worthy of a sequel? Is that what you're
No, I'm
saying?
not saying that. I'm just saying, like, when the first game came out, to me, it felt like it almost felt a little bit like a tech demo for the platform, and now which is not unusual for them to turn those kinds of, and that's sorry, I'm maybe digging myself a hole here because
it was also a cross-gen game.
Yeah, it's a cross-gen game, and it is not by
game.
any means like a small or short game. It's pretty linear and kind of simple in terms of its mechanics, but like
That's really good looking.
it was very much there to kind of show off the tech, especially for the PS5.
Yeah,
Really?
It was the knack of the launch.
What?
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
that's disrespectful. That's disrespectful.
I mean, that is a little disrespectful because I do think of the games.
I
we've
think this was
mentioned
just a
here between
game from a
Cameo,
small
Kina, and this,
studio that had nice art, so it got lifted up, right? It got lifted up as like maybe like to sit up there
guys.
with like AAA, but it wasn't.
What the
AAA.
fuck is with all these like early launch era platformers that start with the K?
What?
Camelot.
What else you got, buddy?
Camelot, Knack,
What is
Kana.
Camelot?
The
Knack is
launch
barely a
title for the
K.
Xbox 360. That was one of the games I picked up.
Wait, say it again?
Cameo.
What's the
Sorry,
name of it?
Cameo.
I was gonna say, like, what are you talking about?
Sorry, that was a long time ago.
Knack is not spiritually not a K.
It was 21 years ago, Nick.
Yeah.
Knack
Shut the
isn't
fuck
him.
up. Don't tell me these things.
I don't know.
Hey, look,
You played all the way through Kana,
I played all the way
right?
through Kana. I enjoyed it.
You
It's
liked
good.
it?
I mean,
It's good.
Yeah, I'm excited for this. I think this looks.
This
pretty
looks
neat,
like a
and-
step up, though, right? Like they're
No, it does.
Definitely
That's what I'm
is.
they've
saying.
gotten a bigger budget.
That first game feels a little bit like, in terms of its scope, feels a little bit kind of like tech demo-y. It's not a tech demo, but it's very like linear and very intended to show off like the particle effects and like the like the motion of like the trees and stuff. And this looks like semi-open world, intense combat, huge bosses, like, and it looks like a fucking Pixar movie. Like, I don't know. I mean, the first one did too, but you know what I mean.
But for the time back in like 2019, this looking like a Pixar movie was really fucking impressive.
Yeah. Oh, and it's still impressive. Also, it's
Yeah.
got this cute little fucking fox creature, which is lovely.
And they all got
It just definitely
fox
looks like
creatures,
it looks like the sequel glow up we've kind of come to expect in the world of video games. You know what I mean? Like if a series makes it as far as, hey, we're gonna make a sequel, it usually gets a glow up. And that's what this is. All right, what else we got?
Well, I was gonna
Chris
do
Davis?
I was gonna do the John Wick game.
Okay.
You put on the
I don't know
list.
how much we have to say, but I don't really. This was more of just like, are we coming back around full circle to like an era where they're making kind of like semi AAA licensed games again?
I'm okay
I
with
feel like
that.
that's
Like
what's happening
Marvel
here.
and stuff?
I mean, I'm okay with it. I am very excited for first. I mean, it definitely feels different because like they're putting big studios and on these projects, and they don't feel like afterthoughts. Like back in the day when they were making licensed games left and right, they all felt like afterthoughts. That doesn't really seem to be the case
the
these days. Like,
studio on this?
I don't
This
know.
is- it's
actually-
Saber Interactive,
somebody-
but we don't know the actual development
Saber
team.
Interactive.
Yeah, it's another Saber Interactive game.
They don't have banger studios. They have like
I mean-
okay studios. I don't
This,
know.
but like I'm
Like, how
watching this
sick would it be if they were like, this is from the developers of Sifu? People would
Yeah.
be like losing their fucking minds,
It
man.
would be.
That is 100% true. At the very least, I'm hoping that they were looking to Sifu as to get inspiration for how to build this game. Because if you want to make a John Wick game that like captures kind of like the movement and the style, the action style of John Wick, you gotta have an intuitive, like fluid combat system. And
Oh,
I'm
you
not
gotta.
entirely sure. I'm not entirely sure if I think Saber Interactive is up to the task.
We also
But
thought
hey.
the same thing about Space Marine 2, and that turned out pretty good.
No, I mean, I'm not saying they're bad developers, but I don't know. They're getting a lot of projects, and I don't know if we've seen enough of those. Like,
They certainly don't make.
you know,
this
I
sort of
watched this
game.
trailer. Okay, this is gonna sound crazy. I watched this trailer and I was like, this is giving me flashbacks to that the Bourne Conspiracy game that came out that on the PS3 that I did play.
I remember it. Yeah, yeah.
But like I'm watching it, I'm like, I don't know. It's slowed down just a little bit that it to the point where it almost doesn't feel like John Wick. I don't know.
Well, I mean,
We'll
we
see. We'll
barely
see.
saw like any actual combat. Like it felt like we were just
I
watching
mean,
canned sequences.
we need to see gameplay, but it's just
Yeah.
I'm not. Saber Interactive doesn't necessarily inspire me yet. The word is the verdict is still out. They're making a Turok game this year, baby, and I
That's true.
don't
Yeah.
know. I'm excited, but not at the same time. I don't know. They haven't earned. I mean, they made a good game with Space Marine 2, but I don't know. If
I like
that's-
giving Saber a chance. I
I'm
don't think
giving
they
them a
turn out
chance.
great games, but they turn out good games.
It's just an interesting choice for John Wick, but whatever.
They don't
We
make,
can move
like,
on.
Space Marine 2
little-
was sick.
Yeah.
Space Marine 2 was
Yeah,
sick.
but they make games like,
Like,
that,
it
like
had
co-op
good
shooters
feel,
and shit.
But it
not
had good
this.
it had good combat feel,
Yes.
which is
it
like
did.
what 90% of this game's gonna be.
Yeah,
I mean,
but
it
are
has
you
to be.
gonna,
If they fail that, they're fucked.
Is it gonna be John
Like
Wick and his
shooting
three
guns
homies?
feels
Like,
cool. Like being
like-
violent in Space Marine 2 feels good, and John Wick is just violence
But,
power
like,
fantasy.
But like the only thing that makes John Wick like stand out from other like action heroes is like literally it's like the speed at which everything is choreographed and happens so fast
Yeah.
that it's kind of a spectacle. But like, how do you capture that in gameplay and not make you feel like a, you know what I
Could
mean?
it-
Like you've got it.
Could it just be?
It sounds like
as-
you're describing a game, Nick.
I mean, I don't know how to. I don't know how
Like
to.
the whole thing
say-
in Sifu is like about how can you like as fluidly and efficiently take on like.
And I've never seen a game do it like Sifu. And I'm hoping to God they were looking at Sifu. They're like, this is the blueprint.
I'm on a
This is
seafood
the
diet.
blueprint.
I'm on a seafood diet. I see food, and if it's a fish, I eat it.
Wow. All right, next game.
But like seafood combat with guns, like okay, all right.
It really sounds like everyone's saying seafood. I never noticed that when seafood came out.
I mean, I never noticed it either. Now I'm not going to be able to. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
All right.
What else
next
we got?
game.
Well, the
What else we got?
last trailer we pulled was for Silent Hill. So,
Dude, you
Okay,
know what
well,
would
so,
be a
real
good
quick,
John
before
Wick
we-
game? That fucking Force Strike game that I talked about last year, where you were just like, it was like a side scroller, and you were just fighting like 5 dudes. That's John Wick. Y'all
I
don't
mean,
remember.
we haven't seen any actual gameplay. That could be what this is. Who knows? This is a cinematic trailer.
yeah.
Anyways, before we get over to Silent Hill, there were a couple things I think maybe worth mentioning that we don't have the trailers to run here, but because I didn't actually watch the, I got pulled away while this was happening, but I didn't get to watch the trailer for the gameplay reveal for Control Resonant until trailer talk tonight. And I do think it's worth mentioning that because, wow, that game looks kind of crazy. I mean, like Control obviously is known for looking crazy. It's kind of its whole shtick, but like the
It's known
inception
for
of it all,
looking
like being out
crazy.
in the open, like being out in the open world and like changes, like shifting. I mean, it looks very Gravity Rush. It's like shifting gravity in a bunch of different directions and like all like the world's like folded in on itself. I don't know. What do y'all
That
think?
sounds 10 times more interesting than anything that was going on in the first one.
See, Crispy, there's your hate boner. Everybody has hate boners. And
That's
your
not a
hate
hate
boner is for
boner.
Control.
That's
Admit it.
an
You do like to
objective.
stoke the
That
hate
game
bone.
is too much aesthetics over just like whatever
Tonight-
gameplay.
Tonight we will expose everybody's hate boners.
Mhm. It's like, say anything else about Control 1, please. Crispy.
Are you
The
telling me?
ashtray maze is
No,
awesome.
Crispy.
What?
The
Say
ashtray
anything
maze
besides
is-
it being boring?
Like, what is
Dude.
this game though? If you did not tell me that this was a Control game, I would not look at this and go, "Oh, Control is back." I would not even think Remedy made this. I wouldn't know what to think. This is like certainly new for them, right?
I mean, a lot of it has.
They
I
make
mean,
shooters.
the entirety of Control 1 took place inside the oldest house. This is like obviously taking you outside into the open streets and then like folding the world on top of itself like Inception and like letting you manipulate gravity while swinging around a baton that turns into a bunch of different crazy melee weapons.
I don't want to rant, but I did end up counterpicking this in a league where I didn't have a lot of options, and I don't think it makes it this year. Also, like, I'm worried about it because even if it's kind of like whatever, Remedy is so overglazed as a developer
Oh,
these
come
days
on.
that it's gonna
Come
score well. It's
on.
gonna score well. It's gonna score well. Cause like, oh, look at there's some live action footage in here. It's so interesting.
You
know.
fucking
Sorry.
assholes and your Remedy hate boners, man. Like
Remedy.
I like
hate
Max Payne.
boner.
I like Alan Wake.
I don't hate Remedy.
I
feel
love
like
Alan
they're
Wake
on the
and I
cusp.
love Control.
I feel like they're on the cusp of being a developer I like, and I just wish they would fucking lock in for
Bitch,
God's
you've
sake.
not even played Alan Wake 2. You probably love Alan Wake 2.
Alan
the
Wake 2
fuck
is
up.
wild, man.
No,
You
I'm
should
serious.
play
I'm
Alan
not
Wake
playing
1.
games you guys recommend. Are you kidding me?
That's fucking true.
That's true. That's fair.
No,
These
I mean, I'm
motherfuckers-
serious. I think Alan Wake 2 is Remedy finally going places that you've been wanting them to go. Getting weird with it. Getting fucking oiled up and weird with it, man.
They
Good.
get
I
fucking
think
weird with it.
Okay.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
mean,
but-
I don't like it because I'm annoying, right? You don't like it because you haven't even played it. Like, I think you would like it.
Did you watch?
I didn't like the
Crispy.
map
Did
or
you watch the
something, so
footage? Did you watch the Control footage from today?
It was
I think
on,
that was before you.
and my eyes were open. I don't think I really like took it in though.
Yeah, he doesn't know. It was the
I
one
was
that looked
sleeping.
Like Devil May Cry meets Interstellar, or not Interstellar, Inception. Sorry.
I'm about to say that's a weird combination.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Inception.
Inception City. The classic. Inception City. Dude, Inception's a
All
cool
right.
movie, man. Like, shut up.
Yeah, what are you talking about? Why are you throwing shade at Inception?
I think
I'm
Chris was
not. Inception's
anti.
great.
That's his.
It's a good
E33.
movie. It's not his best movie.
No, who said
Well,
that? Who said that?
Oh,
I mean,
don't
I
know.
might say that.
Nobody.
if you
I'm
ask
just.
me.
Memento.
I'm saying that.
It's Memento.
That's not a bad opinion to have, though, right?
It's okay.
Yeah.
Inception's
I
a
mean,
great
he's
movie.
made-
If
he's
someone
made some
says
good
that's his
movies.
favorite Christopher Nolan movie, that's fine.
It's fine. It's fine.
I think that's
it's
fine. I'd accept that. I wouldn't accept like.
Tenet.
No, I would because that's a weird enough pick.
I would
right?
go.
It's like,
I
oh,
would have a
you're
drink
kooky.
with someone whose favorite Christopher Nolan movie was Tenet. Oh my
Exactly.
god!
Exactly.
Please, we should be so lucky to know someone so brave and like visionary. Like, come on, fuck
Yeah.
you guys.
Like Memento
God
is the
damn.
correct pick, but it's also kind of a boring pick.
backwards. No, I don't like it.
I like
That's not
Tenet,
why
but
they don't like.
but
it.
like I'll tell you,
That's
like
not-
a
that movie's
movie,
much weirder than some stuff goes backwards.
a
No, I
movie has
know.
never
I
made
think that
me more
movie-
confused.
It's a misunderstood classic.
What about Dunkirk? It's good.
Dunkirk's great.
Oh yeah. Dunkirk's
Also,
great.
The Dark Knight. It's amazing. Like what?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
also a fair answer.
Yeah, I mean it's
So-
Memento though, right? The
It's-
boring
it-
pick
like
and the
we
right
we
pick.
all know. We've all had that conversation a million times. We know
That's
The
fair.
Dark Knight's great, but you know,
That's
whatever.
fair.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's The Prestige. I think that's his
Tarkus
best
just
Oh,
film.
The
said
Prestige
Dun-
is great. Prestige
Tarkus
is a
says
great
Dunkirk
pick.
is fun. Come on, man.
That's a weird.
Dunkirk
That's a
is
weird
fun.
take.
It's- I don't think
Word
it's
to
supposed to be
use.
fun.
That's not the word.
Yeah, I
That's
think
not the
it's a lot of
adjective.
things, but I don't know if fun is one of them.
All right. What else? we got?
Fascinating. All right. Anyways, that was
what are we
that
even,
was an
what are
aside.
we even talking about? What game are we?
Okay,
Talk about the
before
rest
we
of the
get
state
on to
of play.
silent. Okay, was there
Okay.
anything else y'all want to make sure we cover from the state of play? I know
Oh.
there's more than what we talked
Marathon
about.
looks kind of sick. Marathon might be cool.
Yeah.
Who knows?
I mean,
I'm
there's a
so-
lot of
I-
shout outs that people don't. I'm excited that Legacy of Kain is like weekly back in some form, but Legacy of Kain Defiance is the final game in the Soul Reaver series, and it was always kind of like a bad Devil May Cry. Like the camera was fucking awful, but the remaster has a new third person camera that could maybe
Oh.
really save that game and make it playable. So that's kind of exciting, to me.
The world may never know. Also, they announced a remake of the God of War trilogy, the original God of War trilogy,
Yeah.
which
Well, and the 2D game, right? We need
What?
to talk about the 2D game.
we did. Talk
That was
about the
big
2D
news.
game. We did
Oh,
talk
we-
about the 2D
we
game.
opened
That was
with
the
that?
first thing we talked about.
Yes.
Oh, you're right. Okay.
You were
Like, we talked
complaining
about it enough
so
in the-
much.
The video looped 4 times while we were talking about it. So like we talked about it.
Okay. I know. I couldn't remember if it was before the show or during the show.
That's fair. That's fair. All right. So I guess I do want to. This was part of the state of play, but the only reason I put it in a separate overlay was also because it got its own separate event. They did a Silent Hill transmission. Wait, what's up, Chris Davis?
I wanted to
I just
mention
saw your
I just wanted to mention a few things from the state of play that
Oh,
I'm
go
just
ahead.
now learning of.
Okay, go
The
ahead.
Legends mode for Ghost Yote. That sounds fucking
Yes.
awesome.
comes out in
I-
March.
Yeah. Also, the Volume 2 of the Metal Gear Master Collection with 4 and Peace Walker. Metal Gear Solid 4 is finally free of the fucking PS3.
Yep.
And it comes with Ghost Babel. That's fucking awesome.
Metal
Oh,
Gear
so
Solid 4 it's coming
I've-
with Peace Walker.
I've never played Peace Walker, and I really want to play this.
Well,
Fucking
this
PS5
might be your
PS5
chance.
version.
This is all building to a new Metal Gear Solid game, like we talked about earlier. Like that's
Yeah.
100% sure.
It's happening.
That's happening.
Blasphemy.
Anything else you wanted to throw out there, Chris Davis?
Absalom got a new update. Saros looks
What
really
got a
stinking
new
good.
update?
Saros continues to look badass. We did watch a little bit of that during trailer talk tonight. Returnal was my game of the year in 2021, and I'm super excited for Saros. I hope
really?
it's different enough that it doesn't kind of just feel like a retread of Returnal, but I have faith in Housemarque. I think it'll be great.
Shout out to we're not about God of War, but like the voice actor for the original Kratos has so much more aura than the guy who won't stop talking from
Christopher Judge?
Stargate.
Fuck you. Christopher Judge is great.
Dude, but fucking old Kratos, dude, that guy's got some personality, man.
So does Christopher Judge.
Whatever.
Shots
dude, you
fired,
fucking
okay.
Sci-fi guy. Well, Stargate's so good. But you don't even play either of the God of War games.
Yes, I fucking did. I platinumed both, bitch.
Greek God of War is back, motherfucker. Fuck that
Good
stupid
for
Norse
Greek God of
mythology
War.
shit. I'm so tired of Norse mythology. Give us something good.
Like
If-
going back to Greek mythology,
If
that's so
Supergiant
boring.
made a fucking Hades sequel
fuck that.
set
I mean-
in Norse mythology, I would like not even play it.
Actually do
I'm so
something with
tired.
Norse mythology. Don't just like
Yeah.
call somebody Odin and somebody Thor and call it a day. Like actually
Or go
do
to
the fucking
fucking
weird
Egypt
shit
for
that's
once
in
in
Norse
your
mythology.
life. God damn it.
Fucking
Okay.
Although Toby from West Wing, inspired choice for Odin. Come on.
Yes.
That was an inspired choice.
I love him, but that was
Dude, he was good.
He was
no,
good.
it was just him being a character from the West Wing. Like,
No, that's not true.
That's not
There was
true.
no gravitas to that performance.
Also,
there was no.
You could talk
Ah,
shit
okay.
about Aaron Sorkin all you want, but don't talk shit
Oh,
about Toby.
I
He's like the
will,
best
and
character on that fucking show.
You're
Fuck you.
definitely gonna lose that fight.
No, but I'm saying you could talk shit about Aaron Sorkin, but that doesn't mean you have to talk shit about Toby.
I didn't.
Okay.
He's specifically talking about Toby
I mean,
as
him and President
as
Bartley are
Odin.
like the best parts of that show. Like,
Yes.
yeah,
100%.
I recognize the value of the West Wing. It's
Okay.
fine. I mean, Aaron Sorkin's
Yeah, he's weird.
kind
Hey,
of
careful.
whatever. It doesn't
I
matter.
have-
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Okay. Sometimes people do great work and then they stay in the spotlight and do awful work, and then people are just really
M. Night
respectful.
Shyamalan.
People are just really respectful about like the old work they did, so they don't really harp on how much the new stuff sucks.
Yeah, like
Well,
a Francis
can I
Ford
just go ahead and
Coppola or whatever.
Can I just say I watched The West Wing pretty late in my life, like within the last few years for the first time, and it is now in my top 5 shows of all time. I
Dude,
love that show.
It's feel good television.
Yes.
and,
It is
and like
up
the
but
first.
but sadly, I can't watch it right now. I can't
It's
do
the
it.
ultimate
It's too
liberal
depressing.
fantasy.
It's hard
It's
to
the
watch. Right now.
ultimate. Like, oh
Yes,
man,
which makes-
like, what if liberalism did work and didn't just devolve into corporate
Yes.
fascism? Like,
Yes,
But that's not the
the
real
stark
world.
reality of everything is just too much right now, so I can't turn that on. But anyways,
It's like watching Return of the King and being like, Aragorn would be a good king, and just like
Dude, even-
ignoring the fact that monarchies are inherently like
Even
evil.
the Republicans on the West Wing were sick. It's such a stupid show. You know.
wait, guys. What is Tarkus in chat saying? He's accusing me of watching SVU and not The West Wing. What are you talking about? I just said The West Wing is in my top 5 shows of all time. What are you talking about? Sorry,
Right behind
okay.
SVU.
This podcast is going off the
he
rails.
was
I am now
Off the
attacking
rails.
people. In
Which one
chat.
is it,
Okay.
Nick? SVU or the West Wing?
Of The West Wing. The SVU is not okay.
Oh my god, you
Shut
have
the
more in
fuck up.
common with my dad than you do with me.
And yet you've watched more of SVU than you have of The West Wing.
There is more of SVU than The West Wing. That you ever
Yeah.
think about that? Okay.
Which is sad.
Okay. Everybody calm down. Everybody calm down. Let's talk about I just want to after the state of play, they did debut the trailer for Silent Hill Townfall. If you remember, 3 or 4 years ago, Konami made their big comeback announcement for Silent Hill. They announced Silent Hill 2 Remake, they announced Silent Hill F, and they announced this, Silent Hill Townfall, on the same day. And since then, 2 has come out, F has come out to great reception, and they've also talked about wanting to make Silent Hill kind of a annualized franchise. Take that how you will. I don't know. So it only made
Crazy
sense
thing
that
to
this was
say, but-
going to. Yeah, but they said it, and that is why I picked it up. I drafted it on Fantasy Critic Night, is because I was pretty confident this was going to come out this year, and sure enough, it is supposed to come out this year, and we finally got a good look at this. This is from the studio who made Observation and Untold Stories, and I forgot what.
Oh
the
yeah,
first
yeah,
game's
yeah,
called.
yeah.
Yeah.
Untold Stories.
So I
Dude, we
watched
should
the
do
whole
a West Wing draft. Sorry, sorry. I'm taking
Get off
Ainsley
the West
Hayes.
Wing.
I'm taking Ainsley Hayes. I don't care.
Ainsley Hayes is pretty good.
Sorry.
We gotta get Veep
anyways.
in there.
Silent Hill Townfall looks pretty fucking cool. I was not entirely sure what to expect from this because that team is kind of known for making not like it's definitely not like on rails, but like very kind of like isolated, like compact kind of experiences. And I wasn't sure if this was going to be more of kind of like a more of like a Telltale style like Silent Hill game.
I mean, it
But
could have
that's
been a
not
visual
what this is.
novel for all we
Thing
knew.
People were saying
It could, yeah,
when that game,
it could have been a
got
visual novel.
announced. When it got
Yeah,
announced,
I mean,
why was everyone thinking Telltale style?
I think they were. I mean, it was just like the closest touch point for something like Observation, which was all on a space station. There was very little. It was very minimalistic in terms of its mechanics. It was just kind of like float through the space station, find things, watch videos, read notes, and that's what kind of like triggers the story to progress and stuff. So it was a very different kind of experience, but it just kind of it shined doubt maybe on what this like the scope of this project would be. And this is definitely like much bigger in scope than what I was expecting. It's entirely in first person, which is an interesting choice for a Silent
Resident
Hill
Evil
game.
went to first person for a while.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not knocking it. I'm glad that they're taking a swing. Like maybe the biggest thing I can say about the Silent Hill reboot, if you will, is the amount of creative risks they're taking. Like even the act of giving one of the greatest horror games of all time over to a studio like Bloober Team was a risk. And then Silent Hill F was such a complete total departure from a no-name studio that just completely knocked it out of the park. So like they're taking some really creative swings here. This is a first-person horror game. It's not once again like Silent Hill F, it doesn't take place in Silent Hill. So like they're continuing to do that. It takes place in Scotland on like this like foggy island in Scotland, and the main character wakes up floating in the ocean and then like washes ashore, and that's kind of like the kickoff point for the game. But like the main mechanic, I mean, it's first person combat. You have guns, you have usual like melee stuff, but like the main like mechanical thing is you have this portable TV that you carry around that can be used to like see through walls to see enemies and like dial into like radio frequencies and all kinds of stuff. So this was more than I was expecting from this game. I thought this was going to be like maybe a much smaller project comparatively speaking to the last two, but that doesn't seem to be the case. So consider me very excited. I will say this, man, this silent.
What is it?
It's a Silent Hill game. It's straight up a Silent Hill game. Like it's just
Like
the
you're
only
gonna be
the main
hitting
difference
things with the pipe?
Yes. Are you watching the footage? You're probably
Oh,
not
no,
watching
I'm
the
not,
footage.
I'm not.
He's hitting
No.
things with pipes in the footage and pulling guns out and shooting at things.
pipe in
Is,
a
is
gun.
that
first
is
person.
that not? Can I say it? Is that not a little disappointing
What?
in a way? I thought
What?
they were gonna like do a more interesting like narrative like thing with this.
They are. I mean, what makes you think they're not?
No, I mean I just thought they were like a different type of Silent Hill game that was like interesting and fresh and not just another
I don't know what that
Silent Hill
means though.
game.
Like, what do you mean by that? Like, it's a
Like
Silent
honestly,
Hill
like a
game.
Telltale game in a fucking Silent Hill universe sounds kind of interesting if done really well. Like I mean, a game where you're not hitting things with the pipe, because I think Silent Hill F was really
like-
fucking cool, but the parts where you were hitting things with a pipe kind of easily the worst part.
Okay, they're taking a lot of creative swings here with this game, so I feel like honing in on something as simple as, oh my god, it has combat again, is kind of weird.
Well, I'm just
It's
saying, when Townfall was announced with everything else, there were some projects that were certainly not regular Silent Hill games. And those games maybe didn't work out that well, right? And Townfall was definitely like, I feel like what was a little spicy about it was like, ooh, an Annapurna thing that's like,
It
might be kind of different than
I mean, I
a
think
pipe
that's what this is.
game.
I mean, it just
No, I
happens
know
to
what
also
you're
have some combat
saying.
elements.
I know, but maybe I'm not saying what I mean, but or I am, but
I like Zerby's comparison. They're doing with Silent Hill. They're making the dark anthology for Silent Hill. Like, all of these games are completely unrelated in completely different parts of the world, outside of the streets of actual Silent Hill, and they're just telling original stories in those
I know what you're
settings.
saying. But we can all
And that's
agree that the
kinda cool.
worst part of a Silent Hill game is the part where you're hitting things. So, like,
I don't
why
dis-
does
I-
this
I don't-
franchise have to be married to that aspect of the game? And I'm not saying like don't have combat. That's not even what I'm saying. I'm saying like if you get into an, it's just not what I mean. I mean, like, give me a Silent Hill game with tactical combat or something. Just like what
There
you
it
no,
is.
what you really have to nail is the story and the vibes and the atmosphere and like that weirdness, the things
That's
that Silent Hill F does do right, and you know the stuff that they didn't drop the ball on in the remake of 2, like they know what a Silent Hill game needs. I'm saying like after that, like surprise us. This is just not.
I think this is going to be.
us.
First of all, we still have, relatively speaking, we've seen very little of this game. Even the presentation they did after the state of play was mostly using footage seen in this trailer. So like,
Yeah.
all we really have to go on is what's in this trailer. And
they, yeah, I look. I am certainly, and I promise, not trying to yuck anyone's yum. And I know it might be coming off that way, Nick. I'm just saying, like, a fucking Silent Hill JRPG might be sick as fuck. There's
The
been a
last
lot
time-
of indie games over the years that pay homage to Silent Hill for those specific things that Silent Hill's good at.
I'm
And
just
not
I'm just
always,
gonna
like-
say this says more about me, I suppose, than anything. But like the last time they did a completely like genre shift for Silent Hill, I didn't even bother playing it because I had zero interest in it.
I know, but it was also bad. If you heard that game was like a banger, you probably would have tried it out, right?
Probably.
You're talking about like the
But, like-
fucking PS Vita game or something, or you're talking
I think
about
this
the
game-
fucking.
Knowing what I know about this studio and having played Observation and having played a portion of Untold Stories, like I fully expect this is going to be a little more different than you're probably giving it credit for. But it's also,
I mean, I'm
a
interested in
Silent
the
Hill
ways that
game
it is different, but like
just
if
haven't seen
Silent
it
Hill's
combat yet.
truly becoming annualized and they're all games where you hit things with pipes and alleys, like that's a little.
but like that is
strange.
just, I mean, I guess, but like even at the end of the day, I don't even find myself I mean, I think the combat in Silent Hill 2 was great. I'm just gonna say that. I
You're
thought
right.
it was fantastic.
I mean, sure. I mean, it's not like the best, but it's like certainly fun. It wasn't fun in F.
Yeah,
It was.
it didn't bother me so much in F, but whatever. The point is, I just don't think about it very often. In the grand scheme of things, when I think about Silent Hill, I think about everything other than combat, for the
Yeah,
most part.
so
Even in
why,
games
why
where I
are they
like
so married to it? Is my question. But I'm gonna shut up now.
I mean, it probably has to do with just because like mainstream audiences expect you to hit
I don't think Silent Hill
something.
has a mainstream audience, to be honest. I think they could do whatever the fuck they want. Although, you know, those last two games are performing like solidly. Not like Square Enix wouldn't be happy with those numbers, but Konami's probably happy with the numbers, right?
I mean, especially after doing what they did and collapsing into obscurity for like 10 years, you know, yeah. It's quite a comeback. I don't know. That's all I can say is it's quite a comeback. I'm excited for this. I'm excited
You're
to see
right.
more of this.
No one would ever have thought we would have ever been in this situation.
No.
Truly. But, you know, the JRPG.
And
maybe
and
not
quite
the
honestly,
Tactics game, but
quite honestly, the whole like annualized thing, I don't know how far that extends beyond the 3 games they already announced. Like after this game comes out, I wouldn't be surprised if we don't get a new Silent Hill game next year or the year after that. Like
But
they
does that-
announced 3 games like 3 years ago, and they've
I
released
don't want them
one
to
a year.
fuck it up. We've seen developers like, oh, they're back and doing something good again, and then they fuck it up because they
Yeah,
do
I
too
don't
much,
think I want that.
or
I don't
they're
want that
missing the
either.
point, right? Like they need to chill a little bit. They have other franchises, you know, like take a break, do some Castlevania stuff, maybe do another
Which they
Suikoden
are.
game, circle back to Silent Hill because
I don't disagree. I don't
you know,
disagree.
it's,
I will
it's-
also say this: I
it's a
watched
lot.
that whole Silent Hill transmission, and I mostly because I'm a big Silent Hill fan, obviously, and I'm excited to know more about this. But like, man, those presentations are dry as hell. Just like the level of
Oh,
script
they're not
scripting is
they're not good at that. Yeah.
Oof.
But because we expect a certain thing, but I think across the ponds,
Yeah.
like that sort of presentation is a very different sort of thing. Like it's like if you've ever seen like a long form like Monster Hunter like showcase. I'm not even talking about like a Capcom event or like a anniversary showcase for like the Yakuza series. It's a very like people just are hanging out, you know, talking about some concept. It's just very different. But you know what? Here's a better example. Like imagine like Firewatch, but a Silent Hill game. You don't really need to hit things with the pipe if they're really nailing the things that make Silent Hill. You know,
That's true.
that's what I thought
That's
this was gonna be. Honestly, I wish F really didn't have some of that stuff in there. I mean, they got weird with it, you know, oiled up and weird with it. You know,
They
with
got
certain,
really oiled up and weird with it.
You know, after certain rituals in that game, right?
Yes.
But yeah, I don't know.
I mean, at the end of
It's
the day,
exciting.
I'm just like,
This was a
I'm
really
excited.
good state of play.
Yeah, it was a really good state of play, and I mean, I
And
kind
there's
of, you
been
know,
some
it's
bad state of plays.
there have been some notoriously bad ones, so it was good to finally have it. You know, we didn't get any updates on Insomniac's Wolverine or what else
No,
was
but
missing.
that's like almost like big enough to like be its own thing.
It doesn't
like,
need it. Yeah.
They'll do that
Um,
this summer.
Yeah, they definitely got to save stuff for summer. All right, guys, we're gonna take a quick break. When we come back, we do have some impressions. Brad's been playing Nioh 2.
Nioh
you also
3.
Oh, sorry,
and
Nioh 3. Duh.
we can't forget Lovish because the whole world did.
And Lovish.
So, yeah.
So we'll talk about those and wrap up with the 4-player minute on the other side of this break. So if you're watching us live or listening at home, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back, guys. Thank you for sticking with us. If you were watching us live, we went down a Game of Thrones rabbit hole during the break, and it's been 4 hours since we stopped recording the first segment. Now we must press on. So before we get to impressions, I want to, of course, open the show with an icebreaker and again, Brad, you're supposed to be thinking of clever names to call these other than icebreakers. Don't forget.
True.
A Sheaf 96 or Aaron 96 in Discord from Pennsylvania, who is currently playing Final Fantasy VII, the original, for the first time ever.
Good video.
Asks the following: for those of you on the show who own a Switch 2, which I believe is all of us, yes. So far, the third-party support has been surprising, with fully optimized playable editions of games such as Cyberpunk, Assassin's Creed Shadows, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, and recently announced Indiana Jones, blah, blah, blah. Where do y'all stand on the console thus far? Are there any games you would like to see come to the console? If not third-party ports, any first-party releases? Thank you for all the years of entertainment. How are we feeling? What's the temperature of the Switch 2 at the moment?
The temperature is I've played 2 games. I played 3 games on it, and only one of them was a Switch 2 game, and that was Mario Kart. And I really want to play Donkey Kong, but I just haven't bitten the bullet on it. But I mean, you know what? I play online shooters, and I play things like Risk of Rain 2 with friends online. I will say, I hope that Marvel Rivals ends up on it at some point. And I wish that crossplay with Risk of Rain 2 was like they have no crossplay is what it was. Yeah, I don't know.
You know what I'm ready for? I'm ready for the next portable. I mean, I know they just announced the full expansion for Monster Hunter Wilds. Like, don't drag your feet on the next like portable series game, you know, like the successor to Rise. Yeah, I want to play
Ultimate or whatever.
Yeah, man, give me.
I mean, that's definitely the next. I mean, I don't know if we can predict a pattern yet, just because we haven't had another one. But that would make the most sense with Wilds out there now. The next project would be
the expansion. The expansion's coming. They announced.
Well, yeah, the expansion's coming, but like the next like new, completely original physical release of a Monster Hunter game would probably be a Rise follow-up, right, on the Switch 2.
Dude, I hope so.
Yeah, that'd be great. I am kind of in the same boat as Crispy. I've played Donkey Kong. That's the only game I haven't.
Man. Metroid is right there.
I have Metroid in my Switch 2 right now.
Dude, Metroid, fuck.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, Brad. It's not that you talked me out of playing it, but you did.
The whole world talked you out of playing it. I'm a Metroid Prime defender.
I know, but it's not that I don't want to play it. It's just kind of been deprioritized a bit. I'm playing. I'm trying to finish Death Stranding 2, and I'm trying to keep up with. I played Nioh and stuff. It's gonna
be like when that new Castlevania game comes out. People are gonna be like,
whatever.
Fooled y'all. We don't give a shit about Castlevania, just like Metroid. And I'm gonna be like, the new one's out. Play it. You're gonna be like,
I mean,
"Nah."
I don't think you have to worry about Metroid. I think it's sold fine. I
Let's
think
hope
it's
there's
just...
no
No, it
Miles
didn't sell
McKenzie
fine.
in
It didn't
fucking
sell
Castlevania.
fine.
It didn't?
It,
I thought I
it
saw
did
that
not
it did.
sell
Okay.
fine.
Well,
did
shit.
not-
Fuck me then.
Yeah.
Look, the Switch has always been maybe not, especially since I got a Steam Deck. Since I got a Steam Deck, my Switch in general, Switch or Switch 2, whichever, just doesn't get a ton of use. It's first party releases only, because all the games that you're mentioning, like Cyberpunk and Assassin's Creed, I'm playing on PC or PS5. So I'm not going to use it. I mean, it's cool that this is now an option for people who maybe don't have a PC or PS5. Like, being able to have something like a Switch 2 and play those games still is pretty fucking awesome. I love that, and I hope they continue to do that.
It's just a bunch of broke boys sad they don't have a Switch 2. I'm telling you, it's it's a smooth, sexy, powerful Switch. And the Switch is still a great place to play like indies and shit in between all the big games. They're coming,
Yeah.
Like Switch 2 has bangers on the way.
There will be bangers.
Did you
but
see the previews
not
for
here yet.
Pokemon? They're like, this shit is sick. The fucking Tomodachi Life, that shit. There's a new Fire Emblem coming. I don't know about Duskbloods, but I mean, I'm saying like there's cool shit coming. I don't even. What was the question?
I mean, the question was, how are we feeling about the Switch 2 now that we've had it for a while?
It's.
I mean,
it's fine. It's great.
It is a
I played
perfectly
all of
fine...
Hades 2, all of Silksong. I use it a lot.
I mean, on the flip side, I did all of Hades 2 and all of Hollow Knight on my Steam Deck. So
But I
like,
mean-
having both of those at the same
maybe
time.
you're not a person who even needed a Switch 2 since you hate Nintendo. But me, it's a great place to play video games.
I own a Switch 2 because I want to be there for first party releases like Donkey Kong, like Mario, like Zelda. You know what I mean?
It's still a great indie
like
machine.
Metroid, but
Not everyone has a Steam Deck. I mean, Steam Deck.
I know, that's what I'm saying. It, like, asking someone who does have both maybe kind of skews the question or skews the answer a bit.
I like my, Henry plays Switch 1, and sometimes I look at, like, I'll download a demo for my Switch 2 and then download the demo for him. And I'm like, holy shit, man. How can even, you know what? Monster Hunter Stories 3, which I also started playing.
Sucker.
It runs like shit on Switch 2. I don't know why. I'm buying that shit on
which
PS5.
one?
Stories 3 does not run like amazing on Switch 2, which maybe because it's not a Switch 2 native version. I don't know if that's coming later. But I played the demo and I'm like, I'm playing this on PS5, and it runs great on PS5. By the way, we'll talk about it later.
For me, right now, the Switch 2 is just a Donkey Kong machine. I have not played anything else on it.
Did you even play Donkey Kong?
Yes, motherfucker, I did.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, the dude who's never played like Mario Brothers or something is mad at me because I don't remember that he played Donkey Kong.
Don't take the bait, Chris Davis. Don't take the bait.
No, but I'm saying
also,
like games are out there. Y'all can play them. I'm sure.
Yeah, but I only these. I mean, okay, look, with the Switch 1, I played 5 games on it. That was it. It was Mario Odyssey, Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, Golf Story, and the Mario and Rabbids 1. That was it.
So like,
one
you
of these
should
is
not
not
even
like the
have
other.
a Switch 2. You should have not bought a Switch 2 because you're
okay.
Weird. Let's move on. It's
to be fair, my Nintendo consoles have always been the like, my libraries on those platforms have always been smaller than all my other platforms.
What I'm saying is, like, spiritually, y'all's answers are not good enough for this question because he's trying to get what normal people feel about the Switch 2, not people who barely played their Switch 1 either. The Switch 1 was like insanely popular.
No.
And now people are having like a crisis because the Switch 2 is not that.
Look, all I'm saying, I will say this. I think the Mario Kart World was kind of a weak launch title. I think the system, I think the platform is great. I say it's hard to answer the question appropriately for me because I do have both platforms. Not to mention we have our Steam Family Share thing, which makes me want to play most everything on Steam. If that wasn't the case, I'd be using my Switch 2 a hell of a lot more. I can guarantee you that.
Yeah.
So you take our answers
But
with a grain of salt.
that's the thing. That's the thing, right? There's not a normal person on the planet who was like disappointed with Mario Kart, right? It was like, that game was like beautiful and ran amazing, and it's a new Mario Kart, right? I live in a house with children. They were not disappointed with Mario Kart. We're not normal, I guess, is my answer.
No, we're weird. Yeah.
We should talk about Nioh 3 and Lovish because it's.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's talk about Nioh 3. Go.
Or we can talk about Lovish first.
Or which you are the only one who brought actual impressions tonight.
Yeah.
So you pick. It's dealer's
I'm
choice.
going to start with Lovish before y'all all fall asleep. It's getting late. So I wanted to make sure that I played this game because I owe it to the developer. This is the developer of one of my favorite Metroidvanias. I don't think a lot of people have played, but it is one I played and I adore. It's called Astalon: Tears of the Earth. It's one of my favorite games of that year, and I truly think it's one of the best Metroidvanias I've played. This is like a game they announced a while back that it's not really a successor to that. This is definitely its own thing. This developer has made Metroidvanias before. This is not a Metroidvania. This is a like a Solomon's Key or something. Tower
What?
of Draga. This is like a throwback style of video game. So you're gonna see like me running around these levels as a knight, kind of fighting things and stuff, right? But these are all single screen levels, and these are all single screen levels, and you're going into the levels and you're just trying to complete the levels. And when you beat the level, you get like a random event. But this is not a roguelike. I thought this was a roguelike when I first heard about this game, but it's not. It's very weirdly structured. No modern gamer is playing anything like this. You have single screen levels that you have one hit point. So if you take a hit, you die. Actually, I've actually finally got an upgrade that gives me a second hit, right? But it's all about getting to the door and finishing the level. Now, to be clear, like its inspirations, like it is more like puzzle-like than you would think. And not like you're pushing blocks to solve puzzles, but like you're trying to figure out, how do I get out of this single screen level? Or more importantly, how do I find like the secret on this single screen level? Because
there's a lot of hitting walls.
It's a lot of hitting walls to find like the secret crown, because every level, which if you're just trying to get to the end of the level, not hard, although it is still like a single hit death, right? And they're short, right? You can finish a level in like 8 seconds, right? Depending on the level. But I'm at a point in the game now where you're trying to find crowns. Like even when you start the game, every level has a hidden crown, and finding that hidden crown becomes like increasingly complex in like pretty creative ways. Like at first it's just, oh, how do I get up there? Or like I killed all the enemies, the crown appeared. Now I got to backtrack to get the crown and try not to die. But it's getting to the point where it's like, it's really hard to find these crowns that are just hidden in this single screen level somewhere. And you would think, well, it can only be so many places, but man, they are getting crafty at hiding these crowns. At a certain point in the game, they're like, oh, by the way, there's now an extra crown you can find in all of these stages. The crown is, you now have to beat the stage without touching a single enemy. Like you can't attack a single enemy. And on a simple level, it's like, okay, well, I'll just walk past the enemies and get the key and open the door. But later in the game, like some of the harder levels, I've not like finished the game. There are like enemies like in really precarious places, and it's like, how the fuck am I gonna get past this shit without getting hit so I can beat this level without attacking an enemy, killing an enemy that's in my way? And then eventually it said, oh, by the way, all of these levels have a third crown you can go get. It's a timed crown. Now you got to beat the level as fast as possible. So it becomes like really addictive because they're very short levels. So even though you die in one hit, it's like, well, one more run. I'm just going to do it again and do it again until I get it. And again, a game that seems very simple on its surface, it's hiding a lot of secrets. The main gimmick to this game is every time you finish a level, and it doesn't matter what it is, you get a random event. You could go to the first level that doesn't even have enemies. It doesn't even have a key. You just walk to the exit and open the fucking door. And every time you finish a level, you get a random event. And those random events are like literally just, oh, there's a piece of meat on the ground. Do you want to eat it? and you're like, yes, and you're like, oh, okay, well, you get 3 hit points, or no, you kicked it away, and you're like, oh, okay. Or like, oh, I ate a piece of meat and I lost a heart, right? You lost a heart instead of gaining a heart, or sometimes you'll get these funny events
Bad
where
meat.
really nothing happens, or sometimes you get a random event, and I'm kind of looking for it in this footage where all of a sudden it becomes like a vampire survivors like mini game that happens at the end of this stage, and I'm like, oh, okay, that's weirdly elaborate when some of these events are literally just jokes where nothing happens. Sometimes like, oh, you won the fucking lottery, that's the event, but whatever, that doesn't mean anything because you know I don't remember the event. Like what one of them was, it was a random event where I'm like, yeah, I'll save the wizard. It's like, oh, you earn 786 experience points. Oh, but there's no experience in this game, so fuck you. Like they're just
Jesus
they're
Christ.
silly jokes, right? Like they're silly
Yeah.
jokes mostly. And the thing is, you have like when you start the game, you have like 100 or like 200 health, right? So every time you get hit in one of these stages and start over, you're losing one of your health, your lives. And it got really like crazy, like because there's a lot of levels, and I've been playing a lot, like getting all these crowns, and I'm like, well, I'm down to like 10 hearts. What the fuck is gonna happen? Is this a run-based game and I've just taken too many hits and it's gonna make me start over? No, it just goes into negative health. They're like, fuck it, just keep going. Um, but I think it's all tied to secrets. One of the best things, about Astalon, and one of the reasons I think it's legit one of the best Metroidvanias, it had really good secrets, like hidden shit, like Tunic levels of
We do
like,
know how you feel
oh
about
shit,
secrets.
like
It's true.
like in Tunic where you're like, wait a minute, this path was here that whole fucking time,
The
like
golden
whole
path, you
fucking
mean?
time. No, not the golden path. No, like
Oh,
just a fucking crevice. Like you go through
oh
this whole
yeah.
fucking dungeon, and all of a sudden you like go out a doorway, and you're like, wait, like this
But that golden
doorway
path
was
was pretty
here
cool though.
at the beginning of the game, and I just didn't check behind this crevice. It was here the whole time. There's like stuff like that in Astalon. It's just like a really good game. And this game's getting like weird with the secrets. Like this, I found out a way to trigger this mini game. Like I literally in the demo, I'm like, oh, because this one level had a random bell. I didn't know what the fucking bell did, but you're getting these random events that sometimes are meaningless, but sometimes are giving you hints to some of the game's bigger secrets. And one of them is, and like all of the items I have in this Vampire Survivors mini game that I'm doing right now, I collected through events by playing a bunch of this game. Because before I would get to this zombie mini game, this Vampire Survivors mini game, and I would just get like, I would just die. But now that I've been collecting these power ups that are only used in this sequence, now I can beat it. And when you beat it, you get like 50 lives, 50 health. And I've realized that it's not about like, you don't lose the game by getting into heart, losing all your health and getting into negative health. But I believe to get the true ending, you have to be above a certain level of health. And I think the secrets like lead you in the direction of like finding ways to like farm health to kind of get that true ending and stuff. It's just, and there's like a whole like dark world thing that's like where it gets really hard, and even finding out how to get to the dark world is tricky. It's giving Mario World. Um, it's a cool, very addictive game that's unlike a lot of thing out there, like a lot of anything out there. Like I said, if Solomon's Key or Tower of Duraga is your
I don't
thing,
even
maybe
think I've
you're
ever
into
heard of
this.
Solomon's Key.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be honest.
exactly, because it comes from an era where side scrolling levels weren't a thing yet, or something kind of. But it's cool and it's addictive, and it has a lot of like style and personality. Like the sense of humor is good. Um, it's silly. I mean, if you watch a trailer, you'll immediately pick up the personality of the game. And the sad part is I don't know if Astalon set the world on fire, but like I looked earlier and there's like 13 people playing this game, and there's like
When
a
did this come
million
out?
people playing Mugenics, and I get it. Mugenics is amazing, and we'll talk about it next week. But like, it's not just bad timing. Like this game, no, it came out like a week ago. It came out like it's new. It's new. It just came out. And critics like it. More critics have played it than actual regular players, I guess. But I mean, that's not enough, right? Like having a score on
that's
OpenCritic, which honestly feels like a privilege for an indie game these days, certainly isn't enough to
Well-
get people to buy your game. If you're like, well, maybe they didn't market well enough. Well, like, if even making like a indie game is like it's not just not worth it unless you have like a marketing team, then fuck anybody who just wants to make video games, I guess. That's the world we live in. You better be Supergiant, I suppose, or, the creator of The Binding of Isaac. It's sad. I don't blame y'all, but it is a cool like one of the crowns is like you have to like beat an entire level without attacking anything. And I was like, well, how the fuck do you beat the bosses? Like, I can't beat the boss without attacking it. And like, no, if at the start of the boss stage, like summon this little skeleton dude, and I'll do it for you, man. I'll do it for you, and you can get the passive crown because you didn't have to attack anything. So you just have to fight the bosses with this other character to get the passive crown for each of the boss stages, which is pretty. It's funny. It's clever. It's neat. It's hard. It's not an easy game either. You will.
I mean, watching the footage has certainly given me a certain level of anxiety that
I have one health point. Okay, that's the game.
But yeah, I know. That's why cool. I have anxiety.
It's called Lovish. It's called Lovish. Look it up. I think I don't like necessarily like recommend it to like you people, but like I'm sure there's people who listen to the podcast who might be like interested in. Well, it's not like y'all were like, oh, Brad likes this Astalon game. Let's try it out. Y'all had your fucking chances, but there's people in our community who played it.
Hey, I downloaded Astalon.
Okay, what are you, Nick? Let's talk about Nioh 3.
I thought about maybe playing it.
Finally, a real video game.
It's in our Steam library if you're interested. Nioh 3.
Oh my god, Daylight.
I'm a huge Nioh fan, right? This is kind of my preferred Team Ninja series at this point.
Preferred to what? What are we comparing it to? What? Ninja Gaiden? Is that
Rise of the Ronin?
Well, I mean they make other things.
Yeah. I actually forgot they also did Rise of the Ronin because I compare when Brad told me Dynasty. When Brad told me that Nioh 3 like a lot of it takes place during the day, I was like, does it just look like Rise of the Ronin when it's daylight outside? Because Nioh has always been at night.
You have really not been following Nioh 3 then. So Nioh 1 and 2, great games with but they're level-based Souls-likes. I think their level design is actually pretty good, but they have so much like content that you're oftentimes like going back into levels and like playing them again in different directions and stuff. Well, they just took the Rise of the Ronin like idea of like an open world game and put Nioh in that. So like this isn't like Nioh 1 and 2 structurally at all. This is an open world game now, and the open world is one of I'd say one of the weaker aspects to Rise of the Ronin, although it did have its like pluses, right? Like it was very like frictionless, right? It was not in terms of like the things you were fighting, but like it was a checklist game that was relatively uninspired, but they made sure that it was like really like you were getting shit done. There was no downtime in Rise of the Ronin, right? Like it was, you got in, you got out, if you wanted to find the cats, you find the fucking cats, and it was easy and quick and nice. It was nice. Truth is,
it was like the exact really opposite. Cool. It was the opposite of like what a lot of developers do with open world games, which is they focus so much on like realism and like animation quality and stuff that it kind of slows the experience down.
Yeah. They're like, no, your horse is going to be like a skateboard, right? That's what compared it to back,
a skateboard horse.
Right? Yeah, I mean, might as well be. And when I heard that Nioh 3 was gonna be that, I was initially like crashing out. I don't know if you remember. I was terrified. I was like, no, because I think they're actually pretty good at Souls-like level design. And Rise of the Ronin, like I never like the level design was bad and repetitive. But here's the good news. This is more like it is certainly better than that. Now, it's not Elden Ring or anything, but they do have like what do they call them? Like legacy dungeons or whatever in Elden Ring, where it's like you have the big open world and it's pretty like open and it's fun to explore. You go into these little dungeons,
the catacombs,
but then you get to like the legacy dungeons where it was more like Souls like level design. this game has that as well, kind of. But I mean, that legacy dungeon is more like a Nioh 1 and 2 level, right? So it's still
Yeah.
not like the heights of like a From Software game, but it does have like, and even in the open world, it is much more interesting than Rise of the Ronin, which felt like really spread out. You know, you had a horse and a hang glider, and there wasn't a lot of stuff in between. But here it's more densely packed with good Neo things to kill, to pop open, right? Like pinatas, because it's still a loot based game. Another one of the things about Rise of the Ronin, which I was kind of bummed out about, was that a lot of like they tried to streamline a lot of the systems that Neo kind of made its identity on, and them kind of doing a half measure made it was like I didn't care about any of it. Like you fucked it up. You either need to remove it completely and make like a Sekiro or something, or you need to like keep it deep. And the good news is Neo 3 didn't change that. It's as deep as ever. Like you're getting the full Diablo style like loot system and equipment system with the how do you describe it? Like
I like
two
your
of my favorite
pinata
systems,
metaphor.
right? It has Diablo style loot, and it has like the Igavania like Aria of Sorrow. You know, like Aria of Sorrow has it, like Dawn of Sorrow has it. The all of the games that came after that, Portrait of Ruin, Order of Ecclesia, even Bloodstained Ritual of the Night has the thing where like every enemy has a soul, and you could take that soul and that will become an ability for your character. Neo started that with Neo 2, and it's still doing it here. You're still getting soul cores, so all the enemies have like abilities that are either
Oh,
like they're
man.
either a summon or they're either a spell. You can actually equip it. You have the magic system is a yin and a yang, and it's like you can equip the soul core of an enemy, any enemy in the game, as either like a summon spell or a spell that you could just cast, like a buff or like a whatever, and all that stuff's really good. Like all that good
Dang.
Neo stuff is still here.
I played Neo 1 and that game just took so much out of me. Like I finished it, but I never touched Neo 2. I didn't know that was a system in Neo 2. I feel like
Yeah, it was one of the
fuck,
best
that
parts
sounds
of Neo
good.
2. It is good. Neo 2 is good. People will tell you. Neo 2 is very good.
I know
And all
it's
that stuff
good. It
is
was
still here.
just so
And
daunting.
it's not well, so here's the good news. Like Neo 1 and 2 are also like can be very difficult. And this game still has its like tough bosses and shit. Although this is just like raw footage from when I was playing. I do like one shot this boss, and it does feel pretty like like I just brutalized this boss. I still think that your little like guardian spirit, like your transformation, is so overpowered that I'm trying not to pop it in a boss fight at all. Because you do waste it if you die. Like if you die and you go to fight that boss again, you're like, oh, you better build that shit back up. So you kind of pop it when it really counts. But this is the most accessible Neo game. I wouldn't say it's like easier, but one of the things they did, which I think is cool, is that you have a samurai mode and you have a ninja mode. And it's just you tap a button to switch between them. They have their own loot, they have their own drip, they have their own loadouts and everything and their own weapon types. They've kind of split the weapon types into like samurai style weapons and ninja style weapons. And on the samurai side, it's still the Neo 1 and 2, like you have the different stances and it's like weirdly deep and you're managing your stamina by like key pulsing and shit, right? But the ninja side, it's like for the people who don't want to engage with those Neo, like those really deep combat mechanics, and it becomes more like,
Ninja
you
Gaiden.
know, like Ninja Gaiden, honestly. Like ninja mode is like you still have like cool combos and like the weapons are still cool. And even some of the weapons kind of exist on both. Like you can do a katana in both the samurai style and the ninja style, but like the Kurosagama is only going to be on the ninja style and like the big fucking axe is only going to be on the samurai style. So like some weapons are never going to be as deep as they were maybe like in Neo 1 and 2 with like the full stances and everything. But like every weapon still has its like full ass skill tree and every weapon is still fun to use. I still love the Tonfa so much, but you can only do that in ninja form. But that's fine. Ninja form, you don't have to worry about stamina management in the same way. There's still stamina, but you don't have to like key pulse and like perfectly like manage all those resources mid tough fight.
Man, key pulsing
You're just like dodging out of the
fucked.
way, recharging, throwing like all your bombs and kunais and shit, which you'll see me do in this boss fight in a second, and then going back to like just kind of getting behind the enemy and wailing on them because you do a lot of like backstab, you do a lot of like extra damage by hitting the enemy from behind. So it's kind of spammy, and it's good for bosses, right? Because one of the things they brought, people are calling this like the merging of all of their, like between like Rise of the Ronin and Wolong Fallen Dynasty, if you don't remember that one, and then the 2 Nioh games. They've took the best parts of all of those games and put them in Nioh 3. One of the best things about Wolong is that they had a parry system where you could parry everything in the game except for the red stuff. Remember, Nick, you thought it was the opposite. That wasn't in Nioh 1 and 2, but it is in this. But you can only do that in the samurai form. So if you want to go deep with it and get really good at like parrying and stuff, it's not the spammy ninja form. It is the samurai form. But if you just want to stay away from the boss and dodge away,
I mean, that's
that.
cool that the option exists, because like honestly, like the thing that kept me from playing Nioh 2 is just how daunting it was, and I was like, maybe I just need to put the training wheels back on and just play in the ninja mode and just.
It's not like you have to play the whole game that way. Like I said, it's literally the tap of a button, and honestly, the best way to play it is by swapping. Like when I get this boss to a very vulnerable state, I switch over to my fucking axe and I start like Diablo style whirlwinding, man. Like that's when I switch to my axe. But also, like when you're just out in the world, like it's fine. It's fun to fight things in like the samurai style where you're trying to master like the key pulsing and all that. But when you get to like a really hard boss, it's like, yeah, I'm going ninja because fuck this dude. Because it's easier to dodge away from an attack than to like perfect parry it and key pulse and combo the motherfucker. It's like, if I fuck up my dodge, at least my dodge still gets me away from the fucking enemy so he doesn't hit me 3 more times, right? So yeah, it's like if you want to play Sekiro, it's there. If you want to play, Ninja Gaiden, but not even Ninja Gaiden's fucking hard. I was also playing Ninja Gaiden 4 last year, and that game's fucking hard. Like in a way that like Nioh isn't in ninja mode. You just don't really have to be on it as much. And it's still like full on RPG with like a million different builds. You can like fully spec and like, I just want to be the dude who throws poison kunais and runs away. And Nioh lets you go deep as fuck in that direction, which is what I like about it. I like the RPG elements of Souls games, and I like that Team Ninja is like, this is going to be RPG as fuck. If you want to, you don't have to play it that way. There's like a die-hard, like in the Fantasy Critic Discord, there's a die-hard Nioh fan who, like, when he found out I was like a Nioh fan and a Rise of the Ronin fan, he's like, yeah, like the fucking gif of Arnold and what's his face, like Carl Weathers, he was like, yes. But then as we've been playing Nioh 3, he's not that guy at all. He's not a menu guy at all. He loves this shit, but he must be like a Dynasty Warriors guy. The funny thing is,
he's like me.
All of Koei Tecmo's games, like this is Koei Tecmo. Koei Tecmo owns Team Ninja.
Yeah.
Like it's so funny that like Nioh, like in terms of like Wolong Fallen Dynasty and Rise of the Ronin and Nioh, like they're all pretty different vibes. Like Nioh's very different, like very much more like regular Souls, like horror. You're fighting these Oni and demons, but those fucking generals, the historical generals, they're in all of the games. And I don't know if like Koei Tecmo just has a fucking mandate that all of Team Ninja's games in this in recent years have to have those dudes in it, but like they're here, man. But it's fun because they all have like these like spirits that turn them into sick ass bosses halfway through boss fights or whatever, which is
how's the story,
man? I mean, it's silly, but it's fun, and it's like there's actual like sick ass stuff. But I mean, it's so character creator. Your character actually talks, which always surprises me because I forget. Like, oh, she talks in this one. That's cool because it's no longer a silent protagonist.
So can I ask, as someone that enjoyed Rise of the Ronin quite a bit, and is a large fan of Sekiro, despite not being good at it, but having in retrospect, unfairly bounced off the original Nioh.
And you played like Ninja Gaiden.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this right up my alley?
I think Nioh 3 is the perfect place to start for people who are interested in Nioh. Because the depth is there, but it's like so much more accessible, and it feels good. Like
that accessibility is a huge deal. Like that's kind of what kept me from playing 2, and hearing all these options, like accessibility option, makes me reconsider.
And this is I don't know if it's because Sony publishes this series, but like like their prestige games, like there's a ton of accessibility options. Like this game has like you don't have to press a button to pick up loot. You could just automatically pick it up, which I fucking love that shit.
That's a game changer.
There's like a
Brad.
lot of options for that I wouldn't expect from a game from like Team Ninja, but I guess because Sony's publishing it and maybe it's like a mandate or whatever, there's like a ton of options and I'm like, fuck yeah, dude, this is great. It just feels good, man. Things pop when you kill things like in Ronin, right? Like when you get their stamina all the way down and you go in for the death blow, it just feels fucking good.
And they
but
now
they
like
pop
a
into a
pinata.
pinata of colors because it's like Diablo style loot.
That shit is that's like the best. That's like
and it's
Did
still
you say Diablo?
So it's still a lot of that. There are people who've played the series who are like, I can't handle the loot. They have just like, you go into your menu and you click in the right stick and it brings up a menu and there's and it goes, do you want A stamina, B stamina, or like blue stamina, like in a Souls game, right? Where if you're below 30% weight, you have the fastest dodge. If you're below 70% weight, you're like in the medium. But if you want to go big beefy boy, the highest defense, you go, the heavy armor, you want to go in the yellow number, you can do that. You can, with the click of a button, you're like, equip every single thing that'll get me as close to 69.9%. So I stay in the green level of weight and just exit the fucking menu. And a lot of people play that way. It makes it super easy.
Is exactly how I will play this.
Yeah, it's like, you want to be a fat roll, you go in there, click the right stick, click C rank stamina, and it'll give you like 99% weight, so you can have the absolute. And they're looking at just like give you the highest defense values based on like the spread of all your different like pieces of armor. It doesn't
matter how ugly it makes you.
Yeah, so you really can play this like a much more straightforward, just open world action RPG and not have to worry about that. But if you're into it, and let me tell you, there are Nioh fans who are like, I will play this game for hundreds of hours. I will not look at a piece of loot until I'm in New Game Plus because I don't care, because things change. Like the loot becomes even deeper when you finish a Nioh game and you finally start having the tools and the resources to be able to craft like every single little effect on every single piece of armor to really go deep on any build. Some people won't even look at loot until New Game Plus. I don't even play New Game Plus in these games. So I like to fuck around with the loot in my first playthrough, but a lot of people think that's crazy because you don't have as many options, but I love that stuff. So I fuck around, but sometimes I'm like really in the zone and I just click the stick and I'm like, you know what? I just want A stamina. Let's fucking go. But yeah, that's Nioh 3.
I do love the combat.
I've already played this game for like 50 hours. Now there was that demo, so I played a lot of the demo. I played like 15 hours of the demo. But yeah, I've been poop socking it. It's just very addictive.
I might let this be my reward for actually working on playing through Lost Records Blue and Rage.
Do it on Steam.
That's a weird way to frame it.
But wait, no,
I have an obligation. I just haven't gotten around to it. This might be a fine reward.
You drafted that. You were excited about that game. Life is Strange was your game of the year.
Yes.
Nobody thinks you're going to have a bad time playing
That's so funny. It's like, fuck you, Life is Strange fans. My reward for playing your boring shit about, I don't know, emo lesbians is I'm going to play Nioh. It's like, come on, man. Don't hate on your fucking punishment. You try.
Hey, it's not
You like it.
Samurai, right?
Yeah, it's true. It's better than that.
Bloom
and Rage. Bloom and Rage looked cool. I was afraid to counterpick Bloom and Rage because I thought maybe it was finally going to be that developer like kind of like nailing it tech wise or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right. Guys, we've reached the end of the show. It's time to wrap up with the 4-player minute, our final thoughts of the evening. So I'm going to go ahead. Brad, you said you had one ready this week, so I'm going to hand it over to you.
I do have one ready.
Us off.
One more piece of news, but it wasn't related to the state of play, which was fucking crazy and honestly scary. They announced
crazy?
It's crazy. I mean, you've heard of it and just forgot, or you don't know, and it's going to blow your mind. You probably just heard and forgot. They announced a big update, including a new class is coming to Diablo 2.
Oh, yeah, I knew about that.
Yeah, right.
That's crazy.
I was trying to pivot to that when you said Diablo. I was like, the
Yeah.
fucking Warlock? And they
There
were like,
is-
we're adding it to Diablo 4. Oh, and Diablo Immortal. And everyone was like, who cares? And then they were like, and Diablo 2
Everyone lost
today.
their
And everyone
fucking
was like, what
mind.
the fuck are you talking about? That game's 20 years old.
And like they're doing like a big update, like quality of life stuff to like make inventory management and shit better. Which Lord
Honestly,
knows
I'm
it
like,
needs.
I was like, they can do that. You can upgrade. You can update a game that's
Dude,
been out for
They
2
added it
EverQuest
to
is still
every
getting
Diablo
updates.
except for 3. Like, and listen, I know you hate 3 because you saw it when it was born and not when it died. Like,
Okay.
Warlock deserves to be in Diablo 3. Diablo 3 is fucking
Whatever,
sick. The adventure mode in
Don't
Diablo
ruin
3,
this.
seasonal like content in Diablo 3 was crazy. They were they knew no one gave a shit. They were doing crazy stuff at the end of development for that game before Diablo 4 came out that completely changed what a Diablo game is. Shut up.
Don't ruin this. Don't ruin this for me. Don't ruin this for me.
Fuck you.
Diablo
Fuck
2
you.
is one of my
I mean,
most played games
Yeah,
ever,
great.
right?
Uh,
Right? And it's scary, but it's exciting going back into Diablo 2 with like class I've never played before. Because, I played that game
It's
exhaustively
like
for like a
we're bringing a
decade.
major update to cocaine.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. And I know Diablo 3 is cool,
Blue
but like
cocaine.
I didn't play Diablo 3 at launch because I was afraid. I was literally afraid. I was at trade shows and it was on the show floor and I refused to even look at it because I was
It's
too
true.
afraid. I played with a lot of my Diablo 2 time is when I was in college, and let me tell you, it was not a good thing. It was a bad influence on my life. And I was literally afraid of Diablo. So like I'm a different person now.
A more
I'm a different
responsible
person now.
person.
Yeah. And but it's exciting going back into Diablo 2 with like a complete, I mean, it's a new class, the Warlock. It has new shit and it's not like it's cool looking. It does cool shit. I was watching somebody play and like he shoots a bow and arrow with his mind. It's fucking cool. Like he doesn't hold weapons because he's a fucking warlock. I'm excited. I don't know. And maybe it looks cool in Diablo 2 and it wouldn't look cool in Diablo 4 or whatever the fuck. But whatever. Fuck Diablo 4. And whatever. Maybe Diablo 3 is great, but fuck Diablo 4. Can we agree on that? Stupid fucking game.
Yeah.
Someone said
Diablo 4 is real.
someone told me like I was saying like Nioh, I'm not gonna do New Game Plus in Nioh because I'm gonna play that shit for like 100 hours and I'm not gonna even get to, I mean, I'm just gonna play it because that's a fucking 100 hours. They're like, oh, well, Diablo 4, some people don't fuck around with builds until they finish Diablo 4, which is like 100 hours. I'm like, Diablo 4 is 100 hours? Diablo 2 it does not take you anywhere near 100 hours to get through the campaign of a Diablo 2. What the fuck did they do? Why would that take 100 hours?
That's crazy.
That is real crazy.
I mean,
can
it's
get
like
through a run of Diablo 2 in like fucking an afternoon. Well,
yeah, that's not.
I mean, not like in the first run, but you know what I'm saying.
Alrighty, Crispy.
Okay, well, while we're talking about Blizzard, let's talk about Overwatch 2. I'm sorry, I almost called it Overwatch 2. That's not a real game anymore.
You're
It's called
wrong.
Jetpack Cat. I want to know about Jetpack
It's
Cat.
called Overwatch. Jetpack Cat is gonna ruin this fucking game. Like, the game is not made to have a cat that can just go wherever and then like can pick people up and move them around really quickly so fast that you can't shoot. I mean, on PC, I'm sure it's
There's a
great. I
character
played
that
on
does that?
console. Jetpack Cat on console is just like, fuck you. Every match I played last night had a Jetpack Cat and a Bastion. So Jetpack Cat's just flying Bastion around the arena, and he's just like a fucking gunship. We're in this like weird dogfight gunship meta in Overwatch that I don't understand.
This is Marvel Rivals'
And
fault though, probably, right?
and then they added a new Soldier 76, except his whole thing is that like once he gets a couple perks, he can throw sticky grenades like from Halo, and you're like, oh fuck yeah, sticky grenades, fucking boop, stick, pretty sick. I don't know. The rest of them, who else? The fire lady, she's okay. She flies around, sets people on fire. If she dies, she can turn into a phoenix and come back.
That's cool.
Oh, there's a ninja guy who is like has like a Kurisagama, and he throws his hat like Kung Lao to heal people.
To heal people.
Yeah,
Kung Lao wasn't healing people with his fucking hat.
He was
man.
taking heads
This
off.
isn't Mortal Kombat. Okay, but yeah,
Should
I don't know how it works. And the new tank that's like the buff Dami Mommy version of Symmetra is kind of cool. But
I don't know what any of these words mean, but I'm here for it.
Yeah. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, Nick. The point is, Overwatch hit its all-time peak on Steam yesterday.
They tripled their, if I heard correctly, they tripled their previous record.
Was it triple?
Yesterday?
Yeah, it was crazy.
Or maybe it was doubled. Yeah, I guess it was doubled.
I mean, it was,
but still,
it was the new all-time. Yeah.
And went from like
which
76,000 to like 164,000.
Because the launch of Overwatch 2 was so fucking weird, right?
Well, yeah. It's pretty crazy. I mean, honestly, I'm excited about the new Vim and Vigor. Like, they did a lot. They did a lot for this update. It seems like they're finally kind of like letting go of some old baggage that they were just like, oh, we can't go back on this. And now they're just like, nah, whatever, fuck it. It's Overwatch, but whatever. Like, and we're not gonna do this 2 heroes a year thing. Like, we're just gonna start throwing heroes out there like Marvel Rivals, because Marvel Rivals is doing like 1 every 2 months or something. Like, they've got a crazy clip. Overwatch has to keep up, right? And I don't know. I'm actually a little cautiously optimistic about Overwatch at the moment for the first time in a long time.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I mean,
we'll see.
You don't seem to be alone.
Also, I'm thinking about that. So, like, there was like a rumor or a leak or something. Like, we know that the who is it? The developer that works on Marvel Rivals and Blizzard are making a StarCraft shooter.
Yeah.
What?
A shooter in the StarCraft universe.
That's
like
Ghost? Like Ghost was supposed to be?
I don't know. I didn't want to say it, but that's all I can think about. It's all I can think about.
That's all the internet can think about.
What if it's just a hero shooter, though?
I mean, it probably is. It probably is. Who knows? It's an extraction shooter, is what it is.
Do you ever think about Titan? Do you ever think about Titan, Chris?
Project Titan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was Overwatch going to be a Destiny game?
But no, the pitch was like way crazier because it just sounded like Second Life. It was like, oh, you will live in the video game and you'll work a day job and you'll have an identity where you work at like the pet shop in town, and then you'll get a call, a mission will go off, and then you'll turn into your superhero alter ego and you'll fly off onto that mission. It sounded like fucking Beyond Good and Evil 2. It was like, no.
What percentage of Overwatch players do you think have no idea that it was originally supposed to be an MMO?
Now? Dude,
yeah,
I feel like 40% of the player base started playing yesterday. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. It's crazy.
What a time to be alive.
StarCraft Ghost, guys. There's no way.
It's happening.
But maybe.
You heard it here first.
But maybe.
All right, Chris Davis. Final thoughts.
Final thoughts. Just some call outs from the state of play. We already mentioned it, but they finally announced the Metal Gear Solid Master Collection Volume 2. It has Metal Gear Solid 4, thank fucking God, Peace Walker, and Ghost Babel, which is the Game Boy Color game, which is excellent, and is probably one of the it's probably at the top 5 of that franchise.
Sell it.
It's so fucking no. It's fucking great. It's awesome.
That Game Boy Color.
Also,
game.
You know what I'm curious about? Hasn't Konami's answer about like bringing Metal Gear Solid 4 off the PS? What was that? PS
3.
4?
PS3. 3.
Yeah, okay. So
The
hasn't their
cell.
answer always kind of been that like the way it was built made it extremely
Yeah,
difficult to
yeah,
like so
very.
what's changed? Is it going to be a mess? Is it going to be like a hot mess?
I mean, I haven't watched the trailer
No,
yet, but I
no,
have to assume it's not
no.
going to be bad.
I mean, they wouldn't release
Yeah,
a trailer
where's
if it looked like
Acid?
like a hot mess, but
I'm with Tarkus, man. Where the fuck is that? Where are the Acid games, man? I don't want to play Peace Walker again. I want to play Metal Gear Acid 1 and 2 again.
Let's get Acids. Let's get.
they're saving that for the Volume 3. They're going to sell at full price with Metal Gear Solid 5 and Metal Gear Acid 1 and 2.
You
and
could play
Twin
Metal
Snakes.
Gear Solid.
Twin Snakes.
You could play Metal Gear Solid 4 on a PS5, right? You just have to have you have to stream it, right? Isn't that what they do?
I think so.
People forget that PlayStation has like a streaming service where you can just stream PS3 games to your PS5.
There's a
PlayStation
server
Now?
farm somewhere with a bunch of
PlayStation
PS3s hooked
Now.
up.
PlayStation Now.
Yeah.
I don't think they call it that anymore, but yeah,
Oh.
it's just yeah.
PlayStation Plus streaming.
There
Tarkus
was
says it's jank.
There was also 2 demo announcements. One for Darwin's something or other, the
Darwin's Paradox?
octopus game.
Darwin's Paradox.
Is the demo out
Paradox.
now?
Paradox. It's out tomorrow, and then also tomorrow they're releasing a demo for Mina the Hollower. So that's cool.
There's actually already been a demo for that.
It's
Well,
a
this is a
limited
new
time
demo.
and I think it's a different
So
one.
I'm disappointed that it was their announcement was. I thought that shit might like shadow drop, like seriously, right? Because it's been delayed. They're saying it's gonna be spring. That could be fucking May. Come on, man. I want to play that video game. What's taking them so fucking long? How do you delay? They delay like a month before launch at the end of October, and now it's coming out in spring.
I don't know. Fucking Game Boy Color games. Let me tell you, I don't know.
I had fucking that on my Royale for Q1, and I don't think it's gonna make it. I think I have to sell it. Fucking hell.
And then last thing that I learned of just a few minutes ago, there's a game called Yako Shinobi Ops. And
oh yeah,
Oh,
I forgot
shit.
to mention that.
it's
Yeah, I was-
Acquire. It's Acquire, the Tenchu
It's Acquire.
developer.
Yeah,
Dude, it's Acquire, and it literally looks like Tenchu Stealth Assassins meets Desperados. Like,
I get what they're doing, but it's
Shadow
not gonna
Tactics,
be me. It's gonna be Acquire, and let me tell you,
Yeah.
like Acquire never went away. They've just been making questionable fucking games all these years.
That's
That
very
is
true.
true.
Yeah.
that is true, but I was surprised by just how much it like literally the trailer gives me like reminds me of the opening level of Tenchu Stealth Assassins. I was like, holy shit. And it looks like Rikimaru and Ayame, although this version of Ayame seems to have huge tits, which is not canon.
Yeah.
So I don't know,
but they made like Shadow Tactics is also a thing. You said it
It's
looks
incredible.
like Desperados. No, they made a game in that setting
Yeah.
I know
where you
I
played
know,
as ninjas.
You got
that's
to
true,
play Shadow
but I haven't
Tactics.
played that one. So in my brain,
I know, but I'm
I made
saying
the
like
connection.
this is just gonna be maybe a questionable version of that, which is
I'm just saying, yes, Chris Davis perked my ears up as well.
Yeah.
Let's see what
It's-
happens.
It looks really good. It's coming next year, but it's a 4-player co-op game, which
Yeah,
I don't know what that means, but hey, it might be pretty good.
yeah, that was one thing. I watched the trailer and I was like, why does this have to be co-op? Like, just literally, it doesn't need to be co-op. Just do this exact game with one player, and I would be all fucking over it.
I just don't understand why
Whatever.
it's not a Tenchu game. Why is you own the Tenchu license? People know the Tenchu name. Just fucking use it, even though it's got like supernatural
I think
shit.
Tenchu might have a stink on it now. I don't know.
it was born with the stink. That's the
Hey,
sad
Tenchu
reality.
Stealth
It's a
Assassins and
stinky
Tenchu
boy.
Tenchu Stealth Assassins is one of my all-time favorite games on the PS1. Love that.
When's the last time you
that-
played that? I bet that you could not go back to that.
I played that game not when I lived in the condo, which was about 5 years ago. So sometime around then. I think I streamed it for a little while. It's not easy to go back to, but how many games on the PS1 are easy to go back to? But like that's
Plenty,
not the point.
man. Tenchu was born iffy.
I
truth.
love Tenchu Stealth Assassins so
I feel
much.
very nostalgic for it as well.
It admittedly is probably pretty jank by today's standards in
Yeah.
terms of the camera control. but it doesn't change the fact that like that was a very formative game for me.
No, I get it. It just came out the same year as like Thief and Metal Gear Solid and stuff, and it was like, oh, yeah.
I spent an exorbitant amount of time that year playing the original Metal Gear Solid and Tenchu Stealth Assassins. It was a good year.
That was
all
a
right.
good year.
I mean, it was a good year for a lot of reasons, but yeah.
My final thought for the week, my 4-player minute, guys. I don't know what y'all want to do next week for the podcast. I will not be here on Thursday night. I'm going to see Scream 7. I'm so
you
fucking excited.
Always movie night with you.
Screams at
dude. Scream as a franchise means so much to me. I'm so excited. And yeah, I'm going on Thursday night.
But
so
Crispy's more limited in his
I appreciate you keeping a respectful distance in this time.
Y'all can record without me, or we can do it a different night. I'm just
isn't the new Scream supposed to be like problematic, right? Like
there was a controversy with the there was controversy
stars, right, for being pro-Palestine,
for speaking out on
that's right.
There was also the whole meta thing.
Honestly, though, like the OG
the AI
actors,
thing is weird.
Like we care about them more, right? Like what's her face? Wednesday was like cool and all and stuff, but like
yes, the return of Sissy Prescott is a big deal.
That whole Israel-Palestine thing isn't even cool anymore.
That's
all blown over.
That's not what I'm saying. But yeah, I won't be here. So y'all can talk about eugenics on Thursday night. I won't be here, or we can do it.
This guy's
Friday
probably
night,
would love to dodge the eugenics conversation. I say,
I infamously hate cats.
It's really
hate cats
fucking good, man.
And The Binding of Isaac.
Everyone's learning that they would have loved playing Wildermyth, but never did when they played eugenics. But whatever.
I did
fucking game.
God.
Oh my god, there was something related to the state of play today that I was gonna.
Oh, but there's poop and cat sex, so it's brilliant now.
No, I did. I did just want to say that I finally finished. I finally finished Nioh, so I can now focus on Karen. I haven't touched Karen since last week because I wanted to finish Nioh first, and now I can do that. But Reanimal comes out tomorrow, and that's actually reviewing pretty well. So there's some stuff. There's some stuff on the way. So and Resident Evil is at the end of the month. So
Resident Evil, dude. On that and then like quick. Fucking March, fucking Slay the Spire 2.
For the record, I said this
3. Holy fuck!
I said this off the podcast before we started recording, but I'll say it here just for the record. I think Resident Evil Requiem looks badass, but at the same time, every time I watch footage of that game, something about it is giving me Resident Evil 6 vibes, and it's making me nervous.
You are cursing us. You're cursing us.
I don't want to curse it. I'm just saying, like, I mean, it already has a lot in common with 6 because it has 2 playable characters. Leon is one of them, and it's like really focused on like weird like one of the main mechanics that keeps showing over and over again is like kicking zombies into walls.
Yes,
which is cool, but like it just makes me think of all the like crazy acrobatic random shit they started throwing into.
I mean, he
Resident
does
Evil
like
6.
that little like quick shot from like Resident Evil 6, which is a little scary.
I don't know.
Did you happen to see the Nintendo Direct version of the RE9 trailer?
No.
They cut out all the violence and had the player constantly missing enemies.
Oh yeah.
Oh dude. Also, funny, dude. They fucking put Dispatch on. They put Dispatch on Switch and censored the shit out of it.
Yeah, they got rid of the glowing dick.
Yeah. But
that's
can I say
the
on Resident
best
Evil?
part?
Can I say on Resident Evil? Like when I heard that the Resident Evil 4 remake was it's all about this knife parry now, and I was like I was thinking similar to how you're thinking now, like, oh, that's so like Resident Evil 6, like a knife parry. It's all about this knife parry. But the knife parry was fucking sick, dude.
Yeah, I'm not
that
saying,
knife parry was sick.
Look, it was a first round draft pick for me for a reason. I have a deep rooted love affair with Resident Evil as a franchise, so I'm of course going to play it. But there is only one.
Drafted it. It was because it was going to score well.
There is only
Silent Hill Townfall.
That's not a guarantee. That's not a guarantee. Resident Evil 6 did not score well.
Just ain't 6. Stop it,
dude. I'm just saying. Resident Evil. I love this franchise so much. I have played a bunch, like not every Resident Evil game, but I've played like Dead Aim and shit. Like I've played a ton of Resident Evil games. The only Resident Evil game that ever made me hate a Resident Evil game is Resident Evil 6. That's all I'm gonna
It
say.
sucked.
So I'm
It
a little
sucked.
nervous. I'm a little nervous, but I hope I'm wrong, and I hope it's awesome because I loved 7, I loved 8.
That's
I
such
just
bad
hope they don't.
vibes. Everybody
I
has
hope
such good
it's.
vibes for this right now, and you have bad vibes over there. Keep them in
I
your
don't know.
little square.
I don't know. They ended the trailer today with a shot that I really wish I hadn't seen before playing the actual game.
Yeah, there's a lot of spoilers.
They're putting
But,
out too many
anyways.
trailers for this game.
Yeah, they are.
Okay,
I
Dusk Golem spoiled it all already.
I didn't really want to watch it, but I did it anyways, and now I regret it. Anyways, guys, thanks for listening. That's our show this week. Thank you so much for tuning in. Again, thank you to everybody who participated in our community top 10 list submissions this year. We will continue to work on our personal top 10s. We'll get that out as soon as we possibly can. So keep your eyes peeled for that. And the new version of 4playernetwork.com, I'm hoping can be up and running before the end of the weekend, but don't hold me to that. And tune in next week. We'll have plenty more to talk about. We'll talk about eugenics, among other things.
I
maybe
could start
Reanimal.
talking
I
about
don't know.
Monster Hunter Stories 3 as well. 'cause the
Monster
demo
Hunter
is,
Stories 3.
Start of the game.
Lots of good stuff. Lots of good stuff. So in the meantime, guys, you can also find us in Discord, of course. Discord.gg/4player is the place to be. So if you're not in there, jump in. We'd love to have you. And thank you so much for listening. We'll catch you next week. In the meantime, be good to each other, play video games, and good night.